Welcome back to the Rare Elements Sports Card Podcast. My name is Aaron. I'm here with my boy Jeremy. What is good, my brother?
What's up, y'all? Just kicking it, chilling.
Kicking it and chilling, having some artois.
Having us a little French Indian war.
I got a little Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends. And Jeremy's busting up some Stellas here tonight. We just got over our little Super Bowl weekend. We had a card show this weekend. A lot of action in the sports world, bro.
Word.
You want to get into the pod?
Yeah, fucking A. Let's do that.
All right. So our podcast is made up of 3 elements. Our first element is going to be cardboard, which is our sports card news. The second element we're going to talk about this week is a little wax. And we're going to finish it off with some sports. You ready to rip that motherfucking shit?
Rip that shit, dog.
Word. All right. So our first topic under the cardboard this week is about Michael Rubin. He was on the Full Send podcast, and he did an interview. Most of it was not about sports cards. I watched the whole thing, and it was cool. He talked about how he grew up and his background and stuff. So got to know him a little bit. It was a pretty decent, little interview. The guys that were doing the pod, they're not like really journalists, really. So they weren't like, they were just like, oh, really?
They're mostly just hanging out.
Yeah, just hanging out, chilling, and bullshitting. So he did his best to, kind of describe what was going on. But he did dip into a little bit of sports card, the collectibles wing of Fanatics towards the end. And he was kind of talking about, like, this year is going to be the year, bro. So he was saying, like, 2023, that Fanatics plans on doing more for the hobby than has been done in the past 7 years. I don't know, dude. He kind of also, excuse me. He kind of also talked about a little bit of, like, the hobby kind of did good by being like on accident, like basically saying without saying it, like the manufacturing companies kind of shit on its customers and kind of like do fucked up shit, and it still is thriving. What are your thoughts about this, dude? What do you think that he means, or have your interpretation of what he means about like 2023 being a big year?
Well, yeah, who knows? Is it, doing for the hobby, like, what's he gonna do for us, dog? Like, I mean, yeah. I'm waiting. That's cool. I'll take even just a free pack of freaking tops. Shit. What's up? No, I mean, I think he's talking about, like, trying to expand and the advertising and all that kind of shit, and that's cool. That could hopefully eventually be beneficial for the hobby, but initially that's going to benefit their pocketbooks, of course. The advertising, the expansion, and everything else it's going to help them, but hopefully, by bringing more people into the hobby, that will make things more desirable and more wanted and increase demand, basically.
Yeah.
Depending on how much they print.
Yeah, that's true. It also, I mean, for the stuff that's already printed, the stuff that's already out there, like some of the older sets, like, the 20, like from now going back, if there's a ton more people, there's a lot of desirable rookies in those classes that some of your cards might become a little more, they won't become more rare per se, but like you say, more on demand.
More in demand.
More in demand. So like there might be some new people in the hobby that are really big into Joe Burrow, and there's if the hobby grows exponentially, there's only still that finite number of Joe Burrow cards. Yeah. Granted, it is a lot of them. Yeah. But if you have a couple of nice cards that are a little more rare, they might be able to bump the prices because people are going to be chasing those a little more. Yeah.
And it's obviously still going to be just the main cards and the main guys and everything that are most sought after and affected.
Yeah.
But yeah, that could be part of it. Hopefully, there's a lot of them to go around, like you said. So, I mean, yeah, even all the way down to the 1-of-1s, there's literally hundreds of every guy at this point.
Right. So right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, we'll see. Obviously, that means that you're probably gonna start seeing some more commercials and shit. Obviously, maybe a little sponsoring and maybe some more player interaction, or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a little more sponsoring, like the Rare Elements Sports Card Podcast. Maybe. Sponsored by Fanatics. That'd be cool.
You know,
I don't know.
That should probably be a little more family friendly, bro. And we're kind of like, fuck them kids.
Fuck those kids.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think our podcast would be able to be sponsored by anyone like that.
They'd have to be like a faction of a version of a little offshoot, maybe.
Yeah, and even that I doubt.
Probably then still.
Even
not.
that I doubt. It would have to be someone like Barstool.
Yeah.
Or something like that, like Pat McAfee is. So Pat McAfee, if you're listening, shout out your boys and help with your boys out over here. Not just kidding. But what, like, I kind of like the sentence that he said that the hobby has done well by accident. You know, what do you think of that? Like, do you think that's true? Do you think that the people that are in the hobby just love the cards and love being in it so much that they'll just put up with it? They'll just deal with like Panini and like Tops of the past being just kind of shitty to its customers? Or do you think that, like, I don't know, like the hobby itself, do you think that it's been an accident that has been successful? Like,
well, I think accident's the wrong word. I don't really like that, actually. Like, I think it's awesome and it's cool. That's why it does well.
mm-hmm.
It sucks that the big card companies take advantage of that, but I mean, it's always been cool. It's always been fun. It's always had a following. The thing was, it was a little more niche before, and it was like, that's what held it together for so long. And then part of it was with, the adaptation of breaks into the hobby has kind of really, really turned it into gambling, because it was always gambling before to buy a box.
Yeah.
But now you actually get to like pick your spot, pick your team, pay ahead, watch the practically watch the freaking wheels spin. You know what I mean? With the randomizer, and like,
yeah,
it has become so much more like gambling that that has what helped them maintain those prices, you know, of taking advantage of people, because people wouldn't pay that if there was no a way to get into it for cheaper.
Right.
There's no way that those boxes would sell if they were $1,000 and you couldn't get in breaks to fucking split up the cost a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There would be people that buy them. They wouldn't sell zero.
Right. It wouldn't be nearly the numbers that they're doing now.
And when you can get in for $20, you know, or even a couple $100 on a couple $1,000 box or something, then it feels a lot more worth it, even though it's not, especially if you're totaling everything up and the breaker's doubling the fucking retail on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fucking A. In like attainable. It's a little more attainable.
Yeah.
Like a giant hobby box, $1,500 hobby box, you know, flawless shit sells for like 10, 12K.
But
like,
it's still just a shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, it's just
still
throwing a blindfolded dart.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
A lottery ticket. You know? And that's cool if you got the money for it, but
do you think
be careful.
Do you think it, like, in your opinion, do you think the gambling aspect is what the gambling aspect of the hobby right now and in the past, do you think that's one of the main reasons why it's been able to keep so many people like into the, like entrenched in the hobby? Or do you think that there's more other important aspects of it that have kept people like in the game?
I think the latter, as far as keeping people around. I think the gamblers kind of come and go. You know, I don't know, maybe not. It depends on how big their pockets are, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of people that'll come, buy into a bunch of breaks, realize how much they lost, sell all their shit, and bounce. There's a lot of guys that are, you know, they'll hit one every once in a while, and that's good enough for them, that adrenaline rush. They get to brag about how they won, and everybody thinks they're just the luckiest guy on earth and shit. And, you know, they don't talk about how it took them $8,000 to win that $3,000 card.
Right. Look, I'm still down $5K, motherfucker. Yeah.
But they, you know, promote it like they're on fire.
Yeah. Fire emojis. Yeah. Gas emojis.
And, you know, whatever I get in a break here or there too. It's fun, but you got to just, you know, it is a big reason why everything is maintained those high prices, the wax prices, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when, you know, you get into a break spot and even the biggest card in the box barely going to pay for your break spot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
9 times out of 10, nobody made their money back.
Yeah.
Not all of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's for sure.
So, and then you got the guys with the bigger pockets that buy 5, 10 spots. And, of course, they hit the big cards more often. And it looks like they win all the time. And they do. but they're paying way more.
Mm-hmm.
They're increasing their odds by doing that. So I don't know, I'm not a mathematician, how big you really got to go to really truly increase the odds into your favor, but
Yeah.
you're still going to lose sometimes.
Oh yeah.
It's still random.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Do you think like collectors and set builders, how big of a percentage of the hobby do you think that makes up?
I think it's a lot more than people realize because most of them don't talk about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the ones that are posting, oh, look, I just completed this 1994 Topps baseball set.
Mm-hmm.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like, they're fucking super stoked. And there's a lot of people doing it,
Yeah.
And there's still, I see a lot of guys, even at our smaller shows, here in Colorado, digging around, trying to complete their sets. They've got their little notebook and their list, and they sit there and they check them off. And they find one card out of their set of whatever it is, and they're out there. As far as set builders, I don't know, but collectors of like a team or a player, I think there's a lot of guys like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
I think
a lot
so
of guys
too.
that'll buy every Yankee card they come across or every Mike Trout card they come across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like teams too, like every Bronco.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot around here. There's a lot of folks I see digging through. Where's your Broncos? I'll ask, looking through a box, and it's like, I don't have them separated by Broncos, which I should.
They'll want to have like one auto of every guy that ever played for them, even if it's just some fucking dollar auto.
Some rando guy like, fucking Royce Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easier.
Yeah, that's true. I see that a lot, especially like on Facebook in the Denver Bronco groups. And shout out Mike. There's a lot of like guys like that they post on there and they sell those cards and they all go.
Mm-hmm.
Guys that aren't the biggest Broncos and that most people in the hobby would chase after, but like just obscure football players.
Yeah.
And that's cool. That's awesome. And there's guys like Darren Williams that like people outside of Denver wouldn't even think to collect and just have those cards and would sell them for cheap. And that's a big chase in Colorado for Bronco fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that are in it for the gamble, and a lot of people that are in it for what they think is kind of a flip, but it really isn't. Buying wax or buying breaks and shit to resell is not really.
You're not really flipping.
No,
you're recouping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just trying to hit it big eventually. You just keep putting money back in that slot machine, hoping you hit that $10,000 payout.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, that's cool too. That's cool too, because if that's what influxes a lot of the cards back out into the hobby.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah, a lot of people that jump into breaks and hit a bunch of cards that they never would really want. They're just going to grade them possibly and then sell them. Try to get like some of their money back or try to get money back to buy more cards that they actually like.
Or more breaks.
Or more breaks or whatever. So that, yeah, you're right. That puts them back into the ecosystem. Yeah, it's true. And without people, like you said it, several times, without people breaking and ripping wax, there'd be no cards out there for everybody. So it's a necessity for sure.
Somebody's got to open them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if everybody just bought wax and sat on it, man, that would be shitty.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be boring.
Yeah, and buying singles is fun and awesome and everything. But if everybody only did that, then there would never be any wax opened up either. So
That's true.
It's got to be a little balance between everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a big key is keeping the wax prices not cheap, but like at least affordable to where you're not gonna fucking lose your house payment on the motherfucker.
Right?
Like at least you could. I don't know if you're spending your house payment on it, don't be doing that anyway.
Stop it. Stop that.
Just the ROI could be a little something without always having to be so low all the damn time.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Because eventually that'll catch up.
Mm-hmm. Instead of printing like a 300 card base set and getting it fucking, out of a box of cards, you get like fucking 100 base cards and like 5 to 10 hits or something worthy of like you giving a fuck. Like cut that base cards like set down to like 150 and then like each box have less base cards and that might actually make those base cards even have some value someday.
Print slightly smaller sets and still sell the box for the same price.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. Still print all your hits, still print all your numbered parallels and all your color and all that shit, and then fucking just make way less base.
Yeah, it's just tough too. Every time they come across something gimmicky that works, they just drown it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. like I said, one of ones. It's when there's several hundred one of one rookies of every fucking player. It's like, fuck, dude.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a single patch, a 2-patch, a triple patch, a fucking 4 different inserts of each player has like 7 different autographs in a set. It gets kind of carried away.
It's a little much. Yeah.
But people want them, and they have to do it because they don't know who's going to hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. Excuse me.
We're still scooping up Hurts all day.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Not now.
No, I think they've slowed down.
No.
But
God damn it, man.
But he's still going to be one of the guys.
Absolutely. He still has a very bright future. Yeah, that game, we'll talk about that later.
Word.
But no, he's still very much alive for sure.
Okay, doggy?
I got some beer, went down the wrong tube. So I'm like dying over here, choking.
But yeah, I think part of what has made it, part of what gave it a little bit of a boost right before COVID, it was sports cards were getting a boost already.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a big part of it is like nerd is cool now. And I think we've talked about that little bit before. Yeah. It's like slowly eased into like, and baseball cards were always one of the things that was like, you wouldn't get beat up for collecting baseball cards, but you were kind of like, you collect baseball cards?
Kind of looked like
sometimes,
looked at a little funny.
What about my baseball cards?
Cost of doing business.
No. I am getting those back.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to rewatch that. But even still, dude, it feels a little awkward when you go to tell someone that you're into cards that isn't. You kind of feel like, I don't know. It's like,
you fucking nerd.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they're worth a lot of money.
they could be pretty valuable, bro. The last Mickey Mantle PSA 10 sold for.
How much is my Griffey worth? Like $30. Fuck that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I get that a lot. People will be like, "Oh, you're into cards? Oh, I have a bunch of cards from when I was a kid, bro. Can you tell me what they're worth? I have like a bunch of '89 Donruss and a bunch of '90s tops." And I'm like, "Ooh, not a lot, bro. Not a lot. Why not?" And then you have to explain. Well,
it's all old.
There's this time period that was called the junk wax era. Okay, and then you break it down, and then they're like, "You're full of shit." Mm-hmm. And then they'll go ask the next person, and then they'll come back. "Oh yeah, they aren't worth much, bro." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, dude. I'm not fucking trying to be a dickhead. I'm trying to help you out."
Yeah,
that's funny. But I kind of take a little bit of not offense. I wouldn't say I take offense to that term, like the hobby succeeded by accident.
I did a
little bit, but it's kind of like no, the hobby survived and thrived because of the people that are in it.
Yeah,
and it's because that they have a passion for it.
Card shows and
LCSs. Absolutely,
like
it's the heartbeat of it, and the people that are in the hobby love it so much that they're willing to take a giant dick from Panini all the time,
because it was the only place.
It's the only dick in town, I was like, well, shit. Yeah. I guess I take it again, Panini, and I think it's been more of like a, I don't know, like patience, and like people have had like, I guess it's patience. It's like, they just deal with it. I want to get the cards. I'm going to buy the cards. I'm going to get them anyway. I'm going to go get them. So like if I have to jump through these hoops, or I have to pay extra, or I have to get a redemption and never get it back, or, whatever, people still, they'll bitch, but they'll still be in the hobby.
Yeah.
And there's, like you said, there's folks that come in and leave, but there's people that get in and they stay in, and that's just what they do. It becomes a part of who you are.
Yeah, it's hard to bounce completely once you start it, bro.
Yeah, and by saying things like that puts you kind of on the hook. So like you better deliver,
that's a
dog.
Bold statement there, Chacharino. Awful bold there.
Awful bold there, bro. You better deliver.
Like I said, what are you going to do for the hobby? What you going to do for us, dog?
What you going to do?
You're just going to start showing up at card shows and buying a bunch of shit? What's up?
And I'm still I'm still holding out, and I still think that they will be good for the hobby over the long run. I still do. In the way he kind of was in his interview there, he kind of talked about like what makes a great company and what makes a good business person, and a lot of the stuff he was saying the right things to me. Like he was more like, it's accountability, man. It's about like self-awareness. It's about all these things. It's about, trying things and taking L's and like improving and doing better and like and creating a better business. And he's like, they were asking him questions because he's bought a lot of businesses and sold a lot of businesses and stuff. And they were like, what makes a good business for you to be able to sell it? And he's like, if you're trying to create something, you're going to lose. He's like, you have to make it better for the customer. You have to make it better for the people. You have to make it better for the employees. He's like, that's what makes a good business. It's not like, oh yeah, we make a better widget than these other people do. It's like, yeah, everybody comes out and improves over the time, over a long stretch of years. He's like, what makes it better is that you actually give a fuck about the customers, that you actually care about them and you make them feel special. And I was like, those are the right things to say, bro. So now let's see if he delivers on it,
Yeah, I mean, but does Fanatics do that already?
I don't know. I don't really buy a ton of stuff from them. I buy a few hats here and there, but
I guess everything I've gotten from them, I was pretty happy. It's expensive.
It's
fucking expensive and it's overpriced. But as far as like the service provided, as far as them, delivering and packaging and
it's fine. Yeah, it's not.
Was it above and beyond, or was it like, did they make me feel special per se? A little bit with one of the packages that I bought. It was in really nice package and shit. But
and they, if you're on their email list, they send you good specials. They send you a lot of good coupons. Yeah. So
coupons,
some coops.
I'll take some freaking Tops coupons.
So yes,
some triple threads, 30%.
Right.
33% off triple threads.
Yes and no, because they also do lids, Yeah. And I've been to some lids, and they don't really give a fuck about you at all in there.
True.
And granted,
and pricey as fuck,
and expensive.
But
they have the quality. They have the best. They have the new era hats. They got all the best stuff. I think this hat I'm wearing now is a Fanatics hat, but like their customer service is something to be desired, bro. And I literally went to the one here in town right before Christmas, and I was there about 45 minutes before they closed. And they're like, yeah, if you're paying with cash, we don't take cash right now. And I was like, why? And I looked over, and homie's counting the register down, 25, 26, so they could leave, bro. And I was like, so you're going to walk this sale? I was like, I'm going to buy a hat. I was going to get a gift card, actually, for a coworker for the, Secret Santa thing. And I was like, you're going to walk a sale right now. I was like, I'm going to leave and not come back. And he's like, he's like, I'm sorry, man. We're not taking cash. And could give a fuck. So
yeah, it ain't his fucking pay. He don't give a shit.
He don't give a motherfucker. So culture filters all the way down to that level too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would hate to see like Fanatics open up a bunch of corporate LCSs and like it turn into that. That would be fucking miserable. I hope it's not the case.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've always I jokingly said, fucking, I hope it don't turn into a bunch of Foot Locker for cards.
Right.
Right. And that it might.
Mm-hmm.
But
welcome to Fanatics. How can I help you?
Yeah.
So we'll see, man. We'll see
the referee jerseys,
the whistle around your neck, like help you.
I mean, those Kansas City Chief jerseys.
Oh shit!
Just kidding.
God damn it! I always used to say like the key phrase of somebody that works at a place that doesn't give a fuck always says help you. Like it's not even like separate words. It's just help you.
What do you need?
Help you. Looking for anything? Like, dude, it was rough. It was rough. When I was at the pawn shop and I would train people, I was like, if I hear you ask a customer, can I help you? I'm going to flip the fuck out. I will lose my shit on you. I was like, I want you to go up to them and say something. Get them to answer you. Get them to say, fuck off. I'd rather them tell you to go fuck yourself than just looking. It's like, if they tell you just looking, you lost, bro. You lost the sale right there. It's like, hey, man, is there anything I can help you find? Just looking. You're fucked. You're not going to sell him shit. And he's not going to go back to you because he's like,
annoyed by the way you approached him.
Yeah, that was fucking cringy. Yeah. They're going to go look for the manager because they know the manager's the ones that's going to give you the price anyway. So they're just going to skip your help you.
Help you.
Help you. And that's what I got at Lid. So let's see. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. But we'll move on, bro. We'll move.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, definitely fingers
It looked
crossed.
like I was flipping the camera off. I wasn't.
Oh, it's all good, dude. Let's see. I don't have a flip off anything. We got
You
that.
motherfucker, you.
I don't know if that's fits
Yeah,
or
we
not,
need
but
some kind of like good go fuck yourself on there or something.
go fuck yourself. I'll think of a good go
Something.
fuck yourself. I could find one. Bill Burr
Yeah.
has a good go fuck yourself.
Why don't you try sticking your head up your ass? See if it fits.
Oh shit. But we'll move on, bro. We'll get off of Michael Rubin for now. We'll come back to that definitely for sure here in the near future, and then we'll see what they start doing in 2023. See if they change the game, dude. But our next topic under the cardboard is about LeBron James. So he recently, I think early this week, he broke the record. He passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 39,000. I don't know how many points, but it was a lot of points. And broke the record and did his typical LeBron fucking dumb shit. But what has to like hobby relevancy is like he broke that record and his cards haven't gone up at all. They haven't even. I mean, if anything, some of them even kind of dropped a little. Dude, what do you think that means? Do you think it is more of an indictment on LeBron James himself, or do you think it's like the market still being like trash?
Well, I don't think it's necessarily either one per se. I think it's more like kind of what I've been saying lately about like the bumps already. Like there's just too many fucking investors trying to be ahead of the game, and when everybody's like so far ahead of the game, the prices are what they're supposed to be in a couple of years already.
Right.
It's like I'm even curious about how if a guy like Tom Brady's going to get a Hall of Fame bump. You know, like he's
true.
already fucking everybody knows he's making it.
Yeah.
So why the fuck would he get a bump?
Right.
Just because now he's officially in?
Right.
He's already in. He's in right now.
It's already baked into the price. Yeah.
And everybody knows that. And so people are rushing to try and get his shit before Hall of Fame so they can sell it at Hall of Fame. But it's like, I don't know. That's kind of the way shit has gone lately, is everything has got so high because everybody's trying to be one step ahead that they created the fucking bump too soon and shit.
Right.
So now the bump is to like not go down.
That's true. Like a lot of guys that make it into the Hall of Fame haven't got a bump. Anybody that breaks a new record like doesn't get a bump. Guys that retire don't. You know what have is guys that pass away. They still get a bump. But like if
it's early, especially.
Right. If it's too soon.
Yeah.
If they're like 90 and they pass away, not really. A little.
Some probably.
Bill
depending.
Russell got a little bit of a bump when he passed. But is that the new trend, bro? Is it like people have ruined it?
It feels like it until it's going to take a little while to fix some of that because some of these main players in our generation or of this generation, maybe not even our generation, but the current, and younger guys, it's still our generation, whatever. But
Yeah.
It might take until guys like Jaw and stuff start getting,
Retirement age or yeah.
I mean, even his stuff is crazy high still and it going up and down, but mostly down still too. So
Yeah.
no matter how good he plays, it's like
It's true.
there's just a lot of it too. They print a lot. People are realizing even a lot of the low number shit. They started making same fucking numbers of parallels, different colors, and like there's
Right.
multiple cards out of 10 or 25 anymore. And
Yeah.
all the parallels and all the inserts and 5 different autographs and
Are the chickens coming home to roost on
people are
that kind of shit?
catching up. Catching on a little bit, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The out of 10 doesn't necessarily mean out of 10, or
Mm.
one of one doesn't necessarily mean out of 1 anymore.
Yeah. That's true.
Kind of does, but like not really.
Like it's one of that version of that guy of that
Yeah.
year of that set.
One of like 20.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
Of
even
that set.
even like inserts have 101s too.
Sometimes multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dog. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But in basketball cards in particular have not recovered like some of the other ones.
No.
And I wonder why that is. I wonder why basketball is having such a tough time.
I think people are scorned by it right now because it went so high and people were getting so excited for it. And it crashed the hardest because it's peaked the highest. It went way too fucking high. Everything went high, but basketball was like fucking stupid.
It's through the roof. Yeah, it's
And
true.
it crashed harder than everything else because it was just so much higher than everything else.
And the Lucas, like there was some big
and
classes.
regardless, it's still the third sport,
Wow. In the United States, it is,
Yeah,
but worldwide, it's pretty popular.
yeah.
But I was listening to a guy. I can't remember who it was. I cannot fucking remember for the life of me. But it was on a podcast, and a guy was talking about basketball cards, and about like how everybody always says, they're more of a world market. They're popular in China. They're popular here and there, and blah blah blah. And they're talking about soccer, football, proper football. And they were saying that a lot of people like jumped in when the hobby was skyrocketing to soccer because they're like, oh, it's a worldwide market and there's a lot of people. And he was like, motherfucker, people in those countries they're trying to live.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about that
Like,
shit.
like their brother-in-law just got shot in the streets.
They're not collecting.
They're not collecting cardboard, bro. You know what I mean? There's some.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's absolutely some.
But it's not.
But it's not
nothing
overwhelming.
like it is here, which is still a small percentage of people.
Right. And we, as Americans, think about worldwide situations in an American
And those
way.
countries are tiny.
They're tiny countries. Even the big ones like India and like China and stuff, they're not giving a fuck about soccer cards,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was like, I never really thought of that. I never really thought of it that way. I always used to think, yeah, it's a world market. Like soccer's popular everywhere. And granted, I'm sure there are a lot of folks out there that do
certain
collect,
players,
but like,
certain players that matter.
Mm-hmm.
And
But I was like, that's a good point. That's a good point. It's different in the other parts of the world.
And even including, excuse me, even if it was as popular as they're trying to say it is as a worldwide thing, even all the worldwide combined and the United States still doesn't even add up to anything close to any of the other sports.
Yeah, especially
as far
football.
as cards go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, fans in general, yeah, I'm sure, but
Right.
people who are interested in cards, no way.
Right. Because
Not
even
even close to any of the other sports.
even here in the United States, the amount of people that collect cards is a small fraction of sports fans in general. Like I know,
Even
most of the people in my life watch sports, and I know maybe one or two that collect cards.
exactly.
Yeah, you're one of them.
Even UFC cards are more popular here than soccer by far.
You think so?
Cards?
Yeah,
I never see cards at anybody, soccer cards at anybody's
hardly
table, though.
ever. Yeah, hardly
And I don't
ever.
see a ton of UFC, but I see a few at
See
almost
some.
everybody's table.
Yeah,
You'll see a couple autos or you'll see a few. But soccer, a few here and there in the whole show.
pretty sparse. Yeah, that's true.
A couple people might have a little box because they,
Like came across.
thought they wanted to try and get into it for a minute or
Right.
something.
Bought a few boxes, didn't pull shit. It's like, fuck. Or they bought a collection that had
Yeah.
some soccer in it. Yeah. It's true. That's
So,
true.
I don't know. I mean, here anyway. I mean, that could be different in different areas of the country.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's true. Because there's a lot of places where there's more, what's the term I'm looking for? Like suburban, not suburban, but like, I guess like suburbia. There's a little more than that. Some other places than it is here. And you
where
might
they play a lot more soccer.
a lot of their kids play soccer, and there's a lot of soccer
and
moms.
they're
And,
look down upon violence and
right, they don't want their kids playing football to get concussions and get CTE
fighting
or any of that. And yeah, that's true. And here in Colorado, man, it's football country. People play fucking football, and they don't care if they get CTE. They just fucking play, bro. And there's other places in the country like Texas or down south where football is everything.
yeah,
Like it is everything down there.
yeah. Baseball's still pretty big here too.
Yeah.
Colorado.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of big baseball tournaments and
Card wise, maybe not as popular, but
yeah.
there's baseball got pretty popular here for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It's just been kind of interesting watching these basketball players do these things. And I think LeBron's case, there's a lot of things at hand. Like,
Well,
I think he's LeBron, so he immediately like has half of the people in the country that hate him, and then he does stupid shit. Did you see him when he broke that record?
I don't know.
Like, dude, he's just so full of himself. He just.
It was a little annoying how they stopped the game for so long and made such a big deal of it.
And he had a big old speech and did this and that, and then he was like, "Oh, thank everybody and thank you, blah blah blah," and he's like, "Fuck it, man, thank you," and I was like, "Seriously, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's there." You know what I mean? All these people, all these big, gigantic people in the sport are there. Like, have some respect, bro. At least on that day, you know?
Yeah.
You're doing an interview, you're dropping F-bombs. Like, you're fucking stupid. Like, I am the king of dropping F-bombs, and I love F-bombs. But there's a time and a place where it's not okay. And that should be one of them. I would think. I'm sure the stadium's full of fucking kids. And I don't even like those little motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm surprised more people didn't talk shit to him for that one.
Yeah.
I saw him say shit on SportsCenter this morning. It was fucking hilarious.
What did he say?
Yeah, I don't remember. He said something about I don't know what he said. That was some cool shit or something like that. I don't remember what he fucking said. And everybody kind of just acted like he didn't say anything, and they kind of kept going. And then he kind of made a comment. He looked at the guys in the back. He's like, "Yeah, I said it." He goes, "We'll just pay the fine. It's okay. We can say it every once in a while."
And like when he cusses, like I've heard him cuss before, he sounds like a guy that doesn't normally really cuss, but just is trying to cuss to try to like look cool. I'm like, dude, you don't even cuss cool. You didn't even say fuck right.
Trying to look hard.
Yeah, trying to be like something. Like, this is how you say fuck.
You motherfucker, you.
That's a cool way to say fuck. Okay, not, oh, fuck, man. Thanks, guys.
Oh, what the fuck?
Can't stand that dude. And I know my LeBron hatred is showing through right now. I understand that. Yeah. But hey, it's
Poor little LeBron.
It's what it is, bro. He's got it made. He's got his life is doing all right. Not me being a fan, dude.
Yeah, and I don't think the scoring record type stuff really matters that much anyway, bro. I don't think there was really even a reason to expect a bump from something like that. Really, it's just it's like even the home run record, bro. Like even before like it got messed up with the steroids with Bonds and all that shit. Hank Aaron has never had the hobby love that a guy like Babe Ruth would, and obviously Babe Ruth's cards are older and more, but he was still always kind of regarded as more of the home run king because he did it in so many fewer games.
Yeah,
you know, that's kind of like, so how do you really determine, you know, who's what and blah blah blah, and you know, obviously LeBron did it in less games too or whatever. But I mean, I don't think people care as much about those records especially when they happen while they're playing. Like at the end, when you put it in the list of everything, it looks pretty fucking dope, probably. But
yeah.
You know.
I don't know if he did it in less games than Kareem.
I'm pretty sure that he did it in quite a few less, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't follow as much basketball.
He played for a long time. I think this is like his 20th season. So I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that one. I'll have to double check that.
The thing I said saw there was quite a few less games, but
was it?
I've been wrong about a lot of that shit lately.
Let's see, Kareem's record. I'll look that up this later on. For sure.
But yeah, I mean, either way, it's just one of those things that I don't think everybody knew was going to happen eventually. So it was just kind of like a given already. And
yeah, it is. It was.
Yeah.
They planned it. I mean, everybody was there. I mean, Jay-Z was there. Everyone that wanted to be there was there, you know, so they kind of had a good idea of when and what game it was going to happen. And they made like the ceremony and all that shit happen. So
yeah,
there was all that. But I guess
that would be funny if he didn't. Well, it was kind of like even when Emmett broke the rushing record.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, did you watch that game?
I think so.
He broke the record.
I don't remember it though.
By like a yard, and they kind of made a big deal about it. They didn't do like that, but they stopped the game for a quick second. He kind of waved, whatever. They did something on the jumbo, whatever.
Yeah.
The very next play, he lost it.
He lost 2 yards.
He got tackled for a loss. And they're like, well, and it took him like 2 or 3 more runs to get the record back. And then he only got like a couple more yards throughout the game. He got like, I mean, it was like 30, 40 yards in the game that he did it to. It was at that point, it was pretty, and he continued to play after that, and he had a few more 100-yard games, but
Yeah.
and then he went on to the Cardinals, and
That's funny,
I think
bro.
he had a 100-yard game or two even over there, but
Yeah. That's funny. Didn't he break it with the Cardinals?
no.
Was
broke
he
it
with the Cowboys still?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, you're right. That record is kind of lame because he was good. He was great.
Yeah.
He was great in his prime, but like he played so long that it was just like, yeah, he's gonna break it. And he did do so. He did do well in his early, first 10 seasons. He did great, but he's not the highly regarded GOAT by anybody.
He's very, very few people's running back GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few people that'll say he is, but
Rarely, and even Cowboy fans, I rarely hear them say that. It's Jim Brown, it's Barry Sanders, it's Walter Payton. Those are the three I hear the most anyway.
Yep.
And I would agree. All three of those guys were
Yeah, you can pick any one of those, and I won't argue you too hard.
right. I wouldn't give you too hard of a time. My dad is a big Walter Payton guy, so he's of course Walter, but he loves Barry Sanders too. But
Yeah.
he'll say Sweetness is the best, and I'll say Barry Sanders is the best. We'll go back and forth a little bit, but like, it's hard to say you're wrong.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching Walter Payton, and he was fucking great.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, Walter Payton was pretty goddamn good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd put him at 3, but that's just me.
Jim Brown was fucking phenomenal.
I would have to put Brown 1, Barry 2, just because he lost his love for the game and walked away. You got to lose a few points for that, bro. Even if
Do you think it was he lost his love for the game, or that he didn't want to deal with the Detroit Lions anymore?
Well, I mean, what else are you gonna do though, bro? Like, it's not up to you where you play. You got to tough it out. I mean, I get it. No, I'm not saying I don't get it, but it kind of pushed out.
Damn, that one hurt. That hurts.
Yeah, it hurt my feelings when he bounced, bro. I was kind of grim at him, dude. Honestly.
Me too. I kind of was
I was
sad.
like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I was.
I get it, especially later. I got it even more once I realized the fucking dog shit organization that Detroit was.
Yeah,
and he was stuck there. But the thing is like players now use their powers a little more to get out of those situations, and he just kind of like said, okay, well, I'll just walk away then.
Yeah, it's a lot different now.
Yeah.
Now Barry he would have had some leverage and would have been able to do some shit. Yeah. Damn, dude, this is the face of me realizing you're right. Fuck, I never really thought of it like that.
Yeah,
it's true.
And I had that conversation with the guy on Facebook the other day, and that's kind of what started coming out. And I was like, damn it, fucking, I don't even want to say it, but because he was starting to kind of he was an Emmett guy.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, yeah, this, that, whatever. I kind of had to give him one. I was like, all right, yeah, he did walk away from the game, but he does have to lose a point maybe for that. Because I had him at my GOAT for a long fucking time, bro. Just from what he could do. That's why I told him, like, when you watch Emmett and Barry side by side, it's fucking plain and clear that Barry's better running back.
Yeah, he's way more spectacular, way more talented.
But I never watched Jim Brown play. I've seen a few little highlights, but I don't really know what he could do.
Mm-hmm. I watched a lot of highlights of Jim Brown, but like you're right, like to watch him play is different.
Yeah,
it's way different. Yeah. Most of it's like from legend, really,
and it's different eras.
Yeah,
so that makes it hard to compare again.
Right, he was running against plumbers and like guys that went and like had other jobs back then.
Yeah,
they weren't as fine tuned and like spend like $1 million just on their body. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
true. It was a different time.
Yeah, I mean it's fun to talk about and kind of discuss or whatever. But
fuck, god damn it,
it's pretty. Like I said, you get any one of those guys as number one, and I ain't gonna argue with you.
Yeah, me too. LeBron James, you on the other hand,
I might argue.
I'll argue with you all day long. All day long. I had an argument with the guy at the Pikes Peak show about LeBron and Jordan. We went hard for about 10 minutes. He's a young kid. Never saw Jordan play, had no idea. And I'm like, bro, just go back and watch. I was like, don't watch highlights. Go watch games. You can watch full games on YouTube. Like, go back and watch that fucking Game 6 against Utah. Don't watch just the game-winning shot. Watch the whole fourth quarter. What he did. He fucking won that shit. Single-handedly, getting steals, playing exhausted. Like LeBron James, if he gets a little tired, he fucking goes and he'll miss a whole game. You know, it's like, dude, you just watch and then come back. I'll give you a fucking homework assignment. Go watch that shit. And then when you watch that shit and you come back, if you still have that same opinion, then we'll talk. But until you watch that, you don't know. And it's true, bro. You just got to see it. I've seen all of LeBron's career. I saw all of Jordan's career. And it's pretty easy to see. Pretty easy. So if anybody out there listening is a LeBron guy, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? If you fucking have a different opinion, that's what the comments are for.
For sure.
More than welcome. Comment on our shit, dude. But any little comment will help. Whether it's an agreement, disagreement, a different opinion.
Or if it's a go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
But speaking of the Pikes Peak Card Show, that'll move us on to our third topic under the cardboard. We had that show this last weekend on Saturday, Saturday before the Super Bowl, and it was, as always, a fucking awesome show. I actually set up this time, had a table with my my partner Jorge. We were doing a little card business, and J-Bone Capone had his table. How was the show for you, bro?
Yeah, shit, it was a blast as always. Fucking new vehicle, so couldn't fit the cart, so that was a fucking drag. that shit got convenient, homie. Fucking having the
cart.
Yeah, that's all right though. But yeah, it was a blast as always. You know, the Pikes Peak show. We brag about it all the time.
Pikes Peak.
All the homies. Yeah, it was a great time. One thing I noticed was there was like extra pushy customers for some reason the other day. And they were like overly pushy, trying to get you to buy their shit. And when you didn't want to buy their shit, they were getting like sad and trying to get like a little aggressive and like trying to kind of force cards on you. If you agreed to buy like one or two, then they were like, well, can't you just buy more? And like, it was like, then it would like, you would almost have to like just kind of push them away or end the deal. And
like give them
yeah. And
Yeah.
even some of the youngsters were kind of doing that.
They
bro.
were.
And
They
usually I
were.
try to be pretty cool with the kids as best as I can, but they were getting kind of pushy, you know.
Yeah.
Like, buy my stuff. And I was like, no.
How about these Yeezys, man?
Yeah. Fucking, how about these fucking Yeezys, size 6 Yeezys? What the fuck am I gonna do with those? Put them on my thumb, dog? Shit, I haven't worn size 6 since I was fucking like probably 5th grade.
I haven't worn a size since I was 6.
Yeah. But it was fun, of course. I'll probably be moving again next time. I like to bounce around that show, find any little hobbit hole to set up in, and yeah. How about you? How'd you do, Ben?
Did pretty good. But like you said, there was some aggressiveness and a little bit of whining, but not terrible, but
No.
enough to be
A
noticeable.
little more than usual.
I had a gentleman wanting to trade some cards, and I mean, I had a bigger card that he wanted, about like $300-400 card, and he wanted to trade me like 3 or 4 smaller cards for it, which is fine, which I'm totally down to do. But I'm like, if you're gonna go smaller cards for a bigger card, I'm gonna want a little higher,
A little more value.
little more value than comps. It's like if I have a $300 card, you want to give me 3 small ones, I want $350, and he was like, not okay with that at all.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You know, it's like, that's cool. Yeah, it's no biggie. You know, then we're not going to be able to make a deal. And he's like, well, what do you mean? It's like, I just want a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, if you could throw in a $50 card or something close to that, then I'll do it.
It doesn't do me any good to trade you $300 worth of shit for $300 worth of shit.
Right. I'm just fucking dry humping the air at that point.
Just
you know,
making you happy.
right. Which is okay, I guess, for
Once
a
in a
trade
while.
night or
Yeah,
something. But like
yeah.
when you're at a table and you're trying to make money, it's kind of tough.
Yeah. You
So
gotta at least cover your damn fees and shit.
Right. And he wasn't having it. And he's like, well, what do you mean? He like said that. And I was like, well, I explained what I meant,
Yeah.
you know? And I was like, then we don't have to make the deal, bro. It's all good, you know? And he's like, well, I think what I'm offering you is fair. I was like, you're like not taking no for an answer here, you know? And I was like,
I think what I'm asking for is fair.
right, exactly. And he wouldn't he just wouldn't like stop. I'm like, yeah. And then I had to like kind of, he was just mumbling and like,
Move along.
I kind of had to
sir.
be like a little like curt and like, well, I guess that means we don't make the deal, bro.
Yeah.
And I had other people waiting to talk about other cards, and he like got upset and grabbed his cards and kind of walked off. And I felt a little bad, but not really. I didn't feel bad at all. But like, I like to put like the portrayal that I did. It makes me feel better about myself.
For the next guy.
But no, it was like, it had to be a little bit of a dick, kind of, and I try not to do that, but just take no,
Yeah.
just take no.
At a certain point, sometimes you can't make a deal, and that's just the way it is, man.
Yeah. And that's okay. Not every deal's going to go through,
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
Yeah. No, but I had a great time. I even had fun with the kids, and I had some fun with the kids.
Yeah, I talk shit sometimes too and say fuck the kids, but I try to hook them up when I can, especially the cool ones.
Yeah. I hooked up that little homie with the LaMelo Ball lottery ticket. Man, he wanted that card so bad, and he kept going back to other tables and coming back with like $5 more worth of cards and $5 more worth of cards. I was like, bro, just get to the value. I was like, just get to that value, and like, we'll make the deal. And he kept coming back, and he'd come back with cards that were worth less than the last bit of cards. And I was like, you're going the wrong way, bro. And no, it was fun though. And at the end of the day, I was like, if he gets within $20 of that value, I'm going to give it to him.
Yeah.
And he did. He got within $20, and I just gave it to him. I was like, here, dude, let's do it. He's like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. He's like, really? It's like, yeah, fuck yeah. I didn't say fuck yeah. But he made the deal, and he was
teach
stoked.
your youngsters about how to look their shit up, man, because sometimes they take sticker price from a dealer as value.
Right.
And the dealer will trade them something, and the kid will walk up and say they have a card worth $50, and they'll see a card with a sticker for $50, and they'll trade it straight across, and it's actually a $30 card. And then they come over to my table, and I'm like schooling them. I'm like, bro, you just got fucked by that dude over there.
Yeah. See that guy over there? He just fucked you.
Maybe not fucked. I shouldn't say fucked because they agreed to the deal. They just need to look them up.
You gotta
You gotta look it up. That's the sticker price, and sometimes if you want to buy it for sticker price, there's no problem with that either.
No.
If you want it bad enough, you see it, you think that's a fair price, buy it.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to do that trade up thing or whatever, and just double check, you're not trading a $50 card for a $30 card.
Yeah. Dude, that somebody traded him like a $50 card. No, like a $70 card for a $10 card.
Yeah.
He came over with that LaMelo Ball base, and I was like, bro, this is like a $10 card. And he was like, you just see his face drop. He's like, what? It's like, yeah, this is a CSG.
But it wasn't a dealer, right?
No, I thought it was a dealer, but then it was another kid. It turned out to be another kid. Yeah. And I was like, he's like, dude, do you think I could you'll trade it back? And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't think so. I was like, usually people don't.
Like that, yeah.
If they make the deal, you make the deal. I was like, it's gonna be tough. You could ask him.
Yeah.
And he went and asked him, and the kid traded him back.
Yeah.
So that was cool. But he was devastated. I was like, dude, you got to check your comps. Like, do you have a phone? He's like, yeah. I was like, here's how you check your comps. He's like, I know how. I was just being lazy. And I was like, dude, can't do that.
Can't do it.
But did you have any pickups, bro?
Yeah, I grabbed a couple to fucking should do a quick little showy and telly.
Little show and tell.
Let's see. I picked up a couple of these 1990 Scorbo Jackson. These are kind of a classic card.
Oh,
one of my favorite cards of all time. I grabbed a couple of them. They're both really nice centered and pretty clean looking, so I'm going to kind of inspect them a little harder. Maybe I can get a little grade out of one of them, but we'll see. I picked them up for a pretty good deal and just a cheapy little trade with one of those hard to work with guys, but we figured something out. No, I'm just kidding. I think he was a cool dude. And then I picked these up from Brant. Actually, I got to still pay him for them. I told him set that aside for me, and then I never went back and paid him for him, and he still brought it to me before I bounced from the show. But Anthony Bourdain. So if anybody knows about Anthony Bourdain, he's a chef, and if anybody has heard me talk about it, I am also a chef. So he's he passed away a couple years ago, but he was kind of an iconic dude. He was just kind of a guy that just didn't give a fuck. He would cuss a lot in some of his shows, and he would do like he wasn't really do cooking shows. He would do world tour shows and go see exotic food and I don't know. He was a cool motherfucker. So I was happy to get that.
That's cool. That's a dope card.
That's Allen and Ginter. They even have an autograph, I'm pretty sure.
That would be sick. That would be sick.
But it's insanely valuable because it's
he passed away. Yeah. It's now finite.
Yeah, pretty much. And he doesn't have anything else like that. I'm sure there's some autographs out there, maybe some books or something, because he wrote a couple books and he was in some TV shows. And Kitchen Confidential was a book he wrote that like pretty much made him famous.
Yeah.
He got famous for that book, and then all the TV shows and everything came from there. But then I swooped this up from Brant too. It's his Francis Ngannou, numbered out of 5, the green parallel.
Oh, nice.
Not
That's
getting a
dope.
very good. A lot of glare. And
Getting a little glare.
yeah, there we go. But these are super low numbered out of 5. They're really sought after. Even if it's not the biggest fighter, which Ngannou was until he just got released by the UFC, and he's kind of like having some weirdness, so his values have really dipped hard, but it's still a pretty nice card. One thing that I don't like is I noticed one thing I can't stand about Panini is their parallels, same color parallels having different numbers and you know what I mean? Like, so a green and Prism is fucking just a base regular
Just like
old
kind of
fucking
barely a special parallel.
yeah, it's like not even as good as a silver for the most part.
Right.
But in optic, it's numbered out of 5. You know what I'm saying? These are numbered 2 out of 5. I don't even know if you could maybe kind of see that, but
Yeah.
so I mean, it's stupid, bro.
Yeah.
It's the same company, same product. It looks exactly the same. There's nothing different about it. There's nothing that makes this special. It's just this green silver Prism,
Yeah.
just like the other one. But this one's numbered at 5. That one's not numbered.
Yeah.
Some of their gold vinyls are numbered at 5. Some are numbered at 10. Some are 1-1. It's stupid, bro. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Panini sucks. Lip sync it. And then the homie Colton gave me that. That's pretty sweet. That's an unopened Series 3 Empire Strikes Back 1980 wax pack.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
So that's pretty sweet. He had about a dozen of them. I think Brant ended up getting them.
Colton gave you that?
Yep.
He came to my table and didn't give me anything. Came to my table and gave me a hard time.
Yeah. No. Well, he was gonna sell them to me actually, and he left it at the table with me because we couldn't figure anything out right away.
Yeah.
And I was kind of busy, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go walk around the show, look it up, whatever, see what you think, and then when I come back, if you want to buy them or whatever." And I was like, "All right, cool." So he went and he did his thing all around the show, whatever, and then he comes back and he goes, "Oh, I'm about to take off, bro. I just wanted to say later." And I was like, "Oh, right on, dude, thanks." And he points at this and he goes, "Just go ahead and keep that." I was like, "No, that's cool, dude." I was like, I wanted to try and buy them off of your worker. And he's like, "Oh, I already sold them all." He's like, "Just keep that one because I sold all the rest." And I was like, "Okay, right on, dude. It still has the gum and everything in it."
That's cool. Yeah, that's real
So
cool.
I was like, "Fuck, I want to open it," but I mean, as soon as you open it, it's probably practically worthless. I don't think there's anything major in these. The one that you would want is the 1977 Series 1.
Right.
So,
but still,
there might still be like some sort of chase in this. I don't know.
That's a 43-year-old pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they go for like $20-$30, I think. So
That's cool.
but yeah, pretty
Hell
sweet.
yeah.
Freaking, one of those things that's just gonna probably go in a little pacey box and
Yeah. That's
hang on
badass.
to for a long time for fun.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's for fun.
It's for fun. That's cool, man.
I figure I might as well do another quick little show and tell.
Oh, you got some more? Oh, you got some more? Okay.
These aren't from the show per se, but just while I might as well. My recent PSA sub came back, and I got 4 more 10s out of the 4 10s that I knew would 10. Those you could go check out on IG or something if you want. And I got 1 9 Nolan Arenado Kaboom, which I pretty much knew was going to happen.
Yeah.
So pretty much got all the grades I expected. A couple of these came back just a little lower than I thought. But these are really tough grades, so I was pretty much banking on 9s for these. They're 2009 tops round 1. I've mentioned it on the pod a couple times, and I've said I might grade a whole set through PSA. And these are some of the bigger cards, and most of them got 9s already, so that's a decent start. So we'll see what happens. Anderson Silva rookie,
Nice.
PSA 9. These, like I said, if they would have gotten a 10, I would have been ecstatic, but I definitely wasn't counting on it. Bruce Buffer rookie,
That's sick.
PSA 9.
That's dope.
And they're not huge cards, but they're worth a little some. GSP rookie. Now this one got an 8, which kind of sucks, but it's still a good card, a good grade for this card. It's these 8s are more like 9s, and 9s are more like 10s.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of in they're old paper cards. They're got a black border on the back, and it's just there's always a lot of chipping. They're low quality cards. They were the first licensed UFC cards that Topps made, so
Yeah.
they didn't really care at the time. My lady, of course, that's her rookie card. My babe,
Is that
Ariani, the lovely Ariani. She's so good at ring girling, bro.
No,
like
dude,
she's
yeah.
the best ring girl. I don't know what it is. She just works so hard, and I'm so proud of her. And then I picked this up.
So proud.
She won't sign autographs for me at home, bro. So I have to buy them off of people. I picked this one up in one of the Facebook groups. This is her first auto. So this is 2015 UFC Chronicles. Pretty sure it's her first auto. But there's just something I love about this card, and I can't exactly tell what it is, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. I just freaking love this card, bro. It's so cute. No, but it is a dope card, and it's actually pretty clean. I may even get that one graded, but
Yeah, even her signature is hot.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah.
And it has her full signature. She shortened it, of course, just like everybody who signs a bunch. Now she just signs Ariani, but
Yeah.
and then probably the best card out of my UFC out of that, and it is only an 8, but it's still pretty damn good for this card. Is pretty sought after even in an 8. So
Don't get caught slipping with that Joe Rogan, bro.
excuse me, the Joe Rogan.
Like, you might want to keep your hands on that. I might go home with me tonight, dude. I mean,
Check her out, dog. Pretty
still-
sweet looking.
that's dope.
I did think it had a chance at a 9, but I was semi expecting an 8 on that one just because I know that they hit those cards pretty hard.
Yeah.
I
That's dope.
I do have another one coming off of eBay, so we'll
Nice.
see what the condition on that one's like. But even raw, they're pretty decent cards. So
Yeah. Well, they like 200 raw? Somewhere in that neighborhood?
about a bill, I think.
Really?
Yeah, it just depends too. I think probably how much, what the condition's like.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, especially vintage, or I mean, that's not quite vintage, but like those older cards, just because it's sold for a certain price on eBay as raw, you probably want to double check the picture.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
So-
for sure.
people will pay a little more for a really clean raw card
Mm-hmm.
of the old shit.
Right.
New stuff, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
For
mean,
sure.
did you have any cool pickups from the show, bro?
I didn't bring them with me. No. I got a Jokic Genesis. That was pretty cool.
yeah.
I actually got a Jamal Murray Genesis as well.
Oh, nice.
Got a couple of those. I did pick up a cool card, bro. I picked up 2007, 2008 Upper Deck Michael Jordan game used patch.
Oh, yeah.
I got that guy. That's a cool card.
Beauty.
Yeah, it's a nice one. I'll post. I'll take a picture and post it on the IG.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's cool. But other than that, just a lot of basic stuff. You know, nothing crazy. But that Jordan one was cool.
Table filler.
Yeah, mostly table filler.
Oh, this was my favorite pickup. I forgot. Got this from fucking Pikes Peak. So, as everybody knows, hashtag Bledsoe was better. Just saying. Dude, and I'll be damned if that don't look just like my fucking senior picture, homie.
Does it really?
Fucking pretty goddamn close. I even had that jersey in high school, dog. I swear to God.
Did
I
you
was
really?
a big Drew Bledsoe fan in high school, dude. And fucking,
Oh no!
I had that jersey that was when they first went away from the those lame old Patriots jerseys that they had with
Yes,
the Patriot Pat, whatever the fuck
like
his
the
name
red,
was.
the
Yeah,
red ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's inscribed, of course, custom inscription. I was better, Drew Bledsoe. And it's a Rare Elements 101.
That's so fucking sick, dude. I love that shit.
So it's a custom. Don't get me wrong, it is a custom by our boy over there, Pikes Peak.
Peak.
It's got the hologram, so you know it's authentic. It's authentically unauthentic Drew Bledsoe autograph.
I have to see.
It is 100% custom inscription. 100% not by Drew Bledsoe himself, but I mean, look at the resemblance, bro. Look at this. It kind of uncanny.
Kind of do look like each other. Not gonna lie.
When I had my little pompadour hair, like little side part, bro. Like my senior picture, except for I was probably like this.
Did you do the Uncle Rico? You had the Uncle Rico, dude.
I'm gonna have to go see if I can find my senior picture in my old yearbook or something and post it, bro.
I think I have one of those yearbooks,
Yeah.
bro.
That's fucking funny.
That's dope.
I even put it in one of them top loaders and everything, bro. That's gonna be a prized possession for a while, man. For a long fucking time.
Pretty fucking cool, dude. Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. Fucking Brant makes me laugh, bro.
Fuck yeah. That's badass, dude.
He's a good dude, man.
He's a good guy. Absolutely. Big shout out to you, Brant. But do you want to do a shot before we hear a little word from our
I
sponsor?
think we probably should.
All right, here's
Wet our whistles. We keep coughing. We need some cough.
no
syrup.
shit.
Trying to get all COVIDed out again. COVIDicus.
Trying to get the COVID out of my lungs, man. I still have like trouble coughing after since I had that shit.
Yeah. I get a little hard to get a full breath every now and then still.
Yeah,
Yeah, that whiskey's pretty good, bro.
it's pretty good. I got to say, I have to say, it's definitely solid.
I think it's, definitely better than that Buffalo Trace.
Yeah,
That's the only one that we've had that was, even when we first got it, it seemed like it was aight, but then.
it just kind of was. It's just real harsh.
Yeah.
Take a shot and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe that or I'm a puss.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it wasn't the best.
We're just not 65-year-old freaking whiskey drinkers. Been doing it for our whole lives.
Yeah, for sure. But you want to hear a quick little word from our sponsor?
Spiggity sponsor.
All right. This podcast is brought to you by Denver Card Shows. Come find your grail and chill with some of the dopest people in the hobby. For more information, check out denvercardshows.com. We back. But
don't.
yep, so there's going to be a show coming up here for the Denver Card Shows on February 26th and 25th and 26th. Crown Plaza Convention Center there in Denver. I believe it's officially Aurora. I'm not sure if it's Denver or Aurora. I can't remember.
I think that's Aurora.
I think it might be.
Yeah.
But it's right by the Denver International Airport. It's hard to miss. It's a great venue. The place is big, spacious. It's awesome.
You gonna set up?
I am. I think so. I think I'm gonna try to set up.
So we should both end up being in the lobby with Mr. Scanlon himself, I think.
Oh, the man, the myth, the legend. Yeah.
To confirm and let him know. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to stay the night, get a hotel. Maybe we could end up at Urban Sombrero eating some tacos and drinking some beers and looking at some
Twin Peaks.
some pretty girls. Some pretty girls. But yeah, dude. Yeah, I can't wait. Denver Card Show is always a must see. So if you're in the Denver area or even if you're not, come on down and come check it out because it's fucking sick.
Well, yeah.
But you want to get into some wiggity
Free
wax?
admission? Shit. What the fuck else you gonna do?
Shh, can't beat that.
Right?
Right? What else are you going to do in February? Oh, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Today's Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
For those of you that matters. Doesn't matter to either one of us. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. Twice.
What's up with these beers, bro? Did I shake them up?
Maybe.
I probably did. Damn. Spilled 2 beers in one pod.
Party foul.
2 beers, 1 pod. That's like 2 girls, 1 cup.
Bruh.
Brah. You want to jump into some wax, my brother?
Looking at.
So our first topic under the wax element this week is about 2022 Phoenix football. It comes out on the 22nd, and looks like their hobby boxes can contain 2 autos, 1 relic, and I guess the big short print chases are the Archetype and the Metropolis. I guess they're super short prints. I don't know if they're necessarily case hits, but they're super short prints.
Yeah, that's what they're calling them now. I think they took that case hit term away. Mm-hmm. People are still calling them that because it's fun to say, I guess. But.
Right. So Phoenix is going to be coming out. What do you think about Phoenix cards, bro? What do you think about that set?
I don't know. It's okay, I guess. It's kind of fun, actually. Price-wise, it's kind of, meh, I guess. It actually has some really cool inserts and parallels.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I don't know if anybody cares too much about it. I've definitely seen some cool cards in it, though. I wasn't the biggest fan until I started looking at it a little closer, and there's some cool shit. There's some whack shit, too, for sure. Those case hits or whatever were kind of lame. I saw some regular inserts that look cooler than that.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, those short prints are pretty whack.
I mean, they are, but they could just be another insert. And that's kind of been what it seems like has been happening more and more is like fucking They're just grabbing an insert and calling it a case hit now, or an SSP.
Right,
It's
right.
like,
They're not making it special.
not really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right, dude. Like
A fucking Donruss Clearly base is cooler than fucking most of those SSPs, bro.
you're right. Yeah, that's true. I kind of like Phoenix, man. I think they're nice looking cards.
Yeah.
They're chromium, and they have like usually have a pretty good.
Are they? I think they're just like a foil, aren't they?
I think they're
Are they like
shiny.
chrome? Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
The ones that I have, I want to say, I'll have to double check for sure, but I'm pretty sure they are.
I thought they were just like foil, but like I don't know. I could be wrong too, because I know like certified is kind of like that. There's a few that are like even absolute. The rookies in absolute, they're like foil but not chrome. I could be totally wrong, but because I don't and haven't had a ton of Phoenix, but
I'm pretty sure they're chromium, or some. I don't think they're foil.
cool.
And if anybody knows, fucking come to the socials and say they're fucking foil, you stupid fuck.
Dum.
But they're good looking cards. I had a Patrick Mahomes rookie for a little while there, and it was a Phoenix, and I think it was a Fireburst. They have like those Fireburst cards, and it was pretty, dude. It looked nice. I'm a fan, but I don't necessarily think the hobby cares a whole ton about them.
Yeah, at a certain point, there's enough products to where it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and they're like $300 a box, so I mean they're fairly inexpensive compared to like for a hobby box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would you ever buy into a break or buy any Phoenix boxes?
I don't know that I ever have. I mean, I guess it would depend how bad I was jonesing. Don't they have retail too? I want to say they have retail. No,
I'm not sure.
I felt like I've seen retail blasters of that shit before, but I might be wrong.
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
I don't know. I might be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of Topps Fire
I think that, yeah.
or something like that. I don't know. But also, why Phoenix, bro? I'm getting to the point where I'm like kind of like starting to wonder about the names they pick for some of this shit, bro. Like everybody knows what a Phoenix is. What the fuck does that got to do with cards?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, are they just picking random cool sounding words and just calling the set that?
Phoenix sounds awesome.
I mean, did it rise from the ashes of something? Another set? Or what? Like, I don't know. I get the 10 different synonyms of perfect, sets.
Right. Impeccable. Flawless.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
But, I don't know. The fuck? Flux, bro?
Flux. Yeah. I use that when I solder.
Yeah, there's a handful of them that just...
Is that a play on flux capacitor?
What the fuck you guys talking about, man?
Yeah. What you trying to say, dog?
They just go through the dictionary and they're just like... Flux.
All right. Open the page. I'm going to throw a dart at it.
Yep. They don't even look at the the definition. They're just looking for a cool word. I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, it doesn't even matter, but it's just something that kind of another thing that irritates me about Panini.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I completely agree. I couldn't agree more, honestly. Phoenix is stupid. It's a stupid name. Dumb as fuck. Flux is the worst, though. Flux is bad. Like, I could see, like, some of the others, but, like, Flux?
Yeah, some of them make sense, but...
Yeah. Mosaic makes sense. Like, these other ones make sense. Prism even makes sense.
Yeah.
Flux. Fuck. You lose me at Flux, Panini. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. About $300 a box. So,
Yeah, they're nice. I mean,
you get 2 autos for $300. That's basically what you're chasing. Maybe you get some numbered stuff, but even their numbered stuff's pretty cheap. Like I bought a Trevor Lawrence like out of $149 the other day on eBay, and it was $20, $30. It wasn't crazy expensive at all. So, and he's kind of a chase right now, and his base like prisms are going for more than that. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, the base prisms are still a little out of whack. They're still a little higher than they should be probably.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, people just have a hard on for that shit. So
I need to have a hard on sound for the thing.
Boing. Showing.
Have that.
Showing.
That gives me a hard on right there. Show Wing. Some Wayne's World, dude. That's dope. But we'll move on, dude. We'll get off of that. We'll go on to our second topic under the wax element, and that is 2020, 2021, if you heard that correctly. 2020, 2021, The Cup by Upper Deck is coming out. They're like 2 years behind, bro.
Wow.
They're like way behind. The Cup is like one of their big chases. It's like one of their bigger sets. It looks like there's 6 cards per box, and each box comes with 2 patch autos and one one regular autograph non-patch. I don't know, dude. What do you think of the Cup?
I mean, it's the sickest patches, obviously, fucking that I've ever seen. Honestly, I can't afford it, But,
Yeah,
and I've tried to get into hockey. I don't know. I'm just having a hard time getting into it. Eventually, I think I want to get a couple of nice Avs cards or something, or maybe a sick Gretzky auto or
ooh, that would be dope.
a legendary auto or two.
Yeah.
But I just I didn't watch enough hockey to get into it. A little bit in the I guess late 80s, early 90s when Gretzky was, gigantic.
Yeah,
And some of the other guys, some of the first hockey cards I ever opened was like, I want to say like 1990, like Pro Set and Upper Deck and some of those cards. And those were fun. But I just can't get that into it, dude. But it is fucking sick. It's so beautiful. It's one of the nicest sets in existence.
yeah,
Honestly, across all the sports.
yeah. You think so?
It's pretty beautiful.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that they don't seem to make like when you get a box of Flawless every year, it looks exactly like the year before.
Yeah, pretty damn much.
They're very
You can't even tell what year it is, really.
They're very, very close, and they seem to with the Cup. They seem to have at least a little difference in the different years, and I like that. If you're buying higher end cards and higher end boxes, give somebody a little variety, man.
Yeah.
Like Upper Deck. National Treasures. They're all the same, dude. They're all the same, and that if you're paying that kind of money, dude, give people something a little different.
Yeah. It's almost just an extension of the same set every year.
Yeah, yeah. I'm starting to dig into hockey a little more. I'm starting to get the fever. The Avs won the Cup, and I kind of got pulled back in. I started watching it quite a bit when they won their first 2 cups back in the early 2000s, late 90s, and I started watching it, and I watched it for a couple seasons after that, and I kind of fizzled off with it. And then now they started playing, and I'm prisoner of the moment kind of guy, I guess. So I'm starting to, and now that I'm really into the hobby, I'm just starting all right, Young Guns are kind of cool, and they have some cool things about hockey cards that are dragging me back in, dude. So I'm starting to peruse and look at hockey shit a lot more.
Look at cocky shit more.
At cocky. It's bro,
Yeah.
you checking out that bukkake on your phone?
Yeah, bro. I've tried. I just, the hard thing too is we can't watch the games here very easily.
Oh.
So that's been annoying for a while.
For those of you outside of Colorado that don't know or necessarily give a fuck, here in Colorado, Altitude Sports and Xfinity are having this war of attrition right now. They've been at war for 2-3 seasons now.
Wow, at least 2.
At least 2. So they're all the local shit that they used to show here, they're not showing anymore because they show it on direct and they have exclusive rights on Direct TV. Altitude still does put out their stuff there, but if you have Xfinity, which is the biggest provider and the best provider, you're fucked. You're basically fucked. You have to go to
if you have DirecTV, you got to have Xfinity for the internet, really, anyway. Because
right,
DirecTV's internet sucks balls,
and
isn't even available in the whole city.
It's not here for sure. No, and it's been this big thing. We have 2 of the best franchises in their respective sports, in the Avalanche and the Nuggets, and people of Colorado can't even really watch their games without streaming them illegally.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things out there you could do, but I try not to do that. And it shouldn't be that fucking difficult. So we're having a tough time watching hockey right now. So I feel you, dog. It's kind of shitty. Like the first Avalanche game I've watched outside of the like Stanley Cup playoffs last year was going to the game. Like went to a game. It's like, oh, okay, got to see a game now. But you can't just throw on your TV and watch it. It's tough.
If you look out and it's on ESPN or something, maybe
Right.
once in a while.
Right. And you have to be on top of that. You have to just
Yeah.
like looking for it and checking. Oh, they're on ESPN next week, and
Yeah.
it's a bummer. Nikola Jokic is one of the best players in the NBA, and the people of Colorado can't even fucking enjoy watching him play night after night, and it's shitty. So if anybody's listening from Altitude and Comcast, you can
Go fuck
go
yourself.
fuck yourselves.
You motherfucker, you.
But that being said,
On that note,
on that note, we'll move on. Oh,
we need a
Can we
motherfucking
get a motherfucking moment of silence for this small chronic break?
for my custom Lendogless pipe. Did you ever notice that it says Lendog on there?
I did not.
My nickname in a high escuela.
That was your nickname?
Yeah, Lendog. You never heard Phil call me that? Especially?
No.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Me and Phil were both called Lendog. And, well, Len or Lenny, I don't know, it was something that started in Upward Bound. The girls started calling us Lenny, like both of us, Lenny. And it just evolved into, we would call each other, when I see him, Lendog.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
I don't know.
That's cool that you have that on your pipe.
My sister got this made for me in San Diego.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking A. Yeah, that's funny. I never heard that.
Really? That's
Now-
crazy. As much as we hung out, yeah.
I know.
People called me that. A lot of the crew would call me Lendog or Lendogless.
Len Douglas.
Leonard.
Let me see that torch.
Sir
real quick,
Leonard
brother.
Cornwallis. All the variations.
All the parallels.
Sir Leonard Cornwallis. That was always a good one.
I like that one. Sir Leonard Cornwallis. That's dope.
I can't believe. I mean, you probably heard it, but didn't ever fucking.
I didn't realize, I guess. Yeah.
Even still, every once in a while, like somebody from back then will go, "Hey, Lenny," and I'm like, "What's up?"
That's cool, man. I did not know that.
I think it had something to do with like Leños or something.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
We worked at Jorge's together. I was Leño and he was Leñito. Because he's the little one.
He's Lenito.
Yeah. He was
That's
small.
that's awesome. I'm good, brother. I'm one and done for the podcast, or I'll get like a little too high, and I'll start. I get to edit it, and I get to hear myself being all high.
Yeah.
And I get fucking mad at myself. It's like you got to stop Jeremy's peer pressure. Oh shit! But we'll move on to our third topic under the wax element is about 2022 Rookies and Stars football. Those also come out on the 22nd. Each hobby box comes with 2 autos, 2 relics, and 5 numbered parallels. I remember buying a lot of these back in the day when I was like getting back in like around 2001, 2002 ish, and I used to buy a lot of these because they were cheaper, and I could afford the boxes, so I'd buy a bunch of them. I kind of have like a little place in my heart. When I saw that on the list of sets coming out, I was like, got to put it on there and see what Jeremy thinks about Rookies and Stars. What are your thoughts about this set, bro?
Yeah, kind of the same. I bought it the first couple of years it came out. I want to say it first started coming out in 1999, but don't quote me on that 100%.
That sounds right.
But the cool thing about 2000 Rookies and Stars was obviously that's Tom Brady's rookie year, and his rookie in that is actually pretty cool, and I never fucking see it anywhere.
Really?
But it's actually really cool. Like, yeah, if you look it up, it's actually kind of a sweet looking card.
Really?
But yeah, so the cool thing about the 2001 was that's the first year that I remember, and I could be wrong too, but it's the first year I ever saw the XRC redemption cards.
Uh-huh.
So I've talked about it once on the pod before. In 2000, I got the redemption for Lamont Jordan card.
Yes, I remember
I
that.
think he was the number 3 running back or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So-
RB3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got that in the mail like after the draft or whatever. And so those were numbered, like everything over 300, I think was draft picks in the XRC. So they still went into that set. They were numbered as part of the 2000 set.
Uh-huh.
But it was cool. Some of the notable XRCs from the 2001 season. So they would be 2001 rookies in most products. 2000 XRCs in the rookies and stars was LaDainian Tomlinson, Drew Brees, and Michael Vick.
Damn.
So there's actually some pretty cool.
That's a good class.
But they're not worth a lot of money. I was just looking them up a little while ago, and they're, and they're worth a little something, but like they're not like crazy expensive.
Yeah.
So they probably had a lot of redemptions. They weren't numbered. I don't recall there ever being like numbered versions of them or anything like that. I think everybody just got one.
Yeah.
You know, like now. The only company I know of that does it now is Select. I could be wrong. I think Select still does them, but they come numbered to every fucking number in the book, obviously,
right?
All the way down to 1 of 1s and everything else. But yeah, no, I agree. I've always kind of liked it as a set, like as more of a nostalgia thing. Because when you look at it, the cards are not phenomenal.
Yeah, they're not the best. They're usually kind of, I don't want to say cheesy looking, but they're kind of cheesy looking.
They're a little cheap looking usually, yeah. So it's I don't know. It's just one of those. It's just one of those things. It's kind of an in-betweener set that it does what it's supposed to do, kind of. You know,
Yeah.
provides people with a cheaper. The thing I don't like is the relic cards, obviously. You know what? I could be totally wrong. That Rookies and Stars Tom Brady card I saw could have been a fake one.
Oh,
when
shit.
I was looking them up.
Yeah.
Because I don't recall ever seeing one. So
Yeah, I don't think I recall seeing one either. But doesn't mean it's not out there, because there's a lot of shit out there I don't see. But yeah, it holds a special place in my heart. I used to buy a lot of it at the card shop here in town over at Rocky Mountain Collectibles. I used to go in there, yeah. And he would always...
oh, no, yeah, here it is. 2000 Leaf Rookies and Stars. So it's actually it's one of his coolest looking rookie cards, bro.
Oh, yeah. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's pretty darn cool.
That's an action shot in his Patriots uniform.
Patriots uniform. The card kind of matches with it. Yeah, it's a sweet looking card.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
How does that sell?
It's that 8 is for sale for $24. Let's see what they've sold. Seven sold for $900. PSA 8 sold for $15.
Wow.
So
yeah,
7.5 for $1,000. So
that's pretty. Yeah,
for a fucking card that's a base fucking, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sells pretty well. Yeah. PSA 10's got to be.
I can't believe I've never seen one in person.
I've
seen a lot of Tom Brady rookie cards.
I never have either.
Yeah, that's a sweet looking one.
They're probably rare.
Maybe. Maybe they didn't print a lot of that shit, but yeah, like I said, it was cheaper, and I know I ripped several boxes of it.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So
I think I remember ripping a lot of like 2005. I want to say. Is it like Aaron Rodgers' rookie year?
I remember you saying you went hard in like 04, 05.
Went hard. And that was a lot of the stuff I bought. And I actually bought some of the first National Treasures. Like I bought a couple of pack. I think it was a pack of the very, very first National Treasures. And I pulled a Terrell Davis.
Was it playoff National Treasures?
I think so. Yeah. I think it was. And it had like a cross section of his face mask. And it was like out of 25. It was low numbered. And it was a cool card. And I remember, and I think I ended up selling it for like cheap. And it was way before the boom, so like I probably could have got a lot more for that. Then he made the Hall of Fame, so then I sold it before that happened too. So, you know how that goes.
Yeah. You never know when's the perfect time.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes you luck out, as long as you can make a buck.
Yeah, for sure. But we'll move on, dude. We'll get out of the wax.
Making me want to go look into one of them fucking Tom Brady rookies, even though I hate that motherfucker.
Let's jump him. Drew Bledsoe was better, bro. I mean,
Bledsoe was better. Hashtag Bledsoe was better.
You said it yourself.
He said it himself.
He signed it.
I was better.
I was better, bitch.
He was.
Fuck.
At least when that happened.
But you want to jump into some sports, brother?
User.
So, of course, we had our Super Bowl. Super Bowl. We're gonna do a Super Bowl recap as the first topic here under the sports element. The fucking Chiefs pulled it out, dude.
Yeah, fucking Mahomes. He's probably like the worst quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl, bro. He's like such a pussy too. He's like so weak and like not tough.
He's not tough at all. Plays through no injuries.
I'm being totally sarcastic. It just pains me to acknowledge his greatness.
We have to see him every year twice.
He's so fucking good, dude.
He's so good.
The way he was sitting in the pocket, like I've never seen anybody do that, bro. The way he was sitting in the pocket and the way the rush was coming to him, and he was like stepping into the fucking line so he could kind of like throw over it, bro. Like just so he didn't have to like scramble. I don't know. I've never quite seen that happen before. That was crazy.
He does some amazing shit, dude. There's no doubt. That's his second Super Bowl, second MVP, 5th season, 3rd Super Bowl appearance. Whew.
Like he's on pace to do better than Brady at this point.
He's on pace too. Yeah. For sure. Andy Reid won his 2nd Super Bowl.
You know, you got to give a lot of credit to the coaching.
Dude, for
Honestly,
real.
that was a big part of that was Andy Reid.
They made that defense look silly.
Yeah, and the Eagles defense kind of
They fucking choked. Dude, that's just what it was. They choked.
Yeah.
Best defense in the NFL. Dude, I was snowed. I was like all on that. I'm like, yeah, dude, they had the 3rd most sacks in NFL history.
Not
They
a
fucking
single sack.
Not even a pressure, really. I don't even recall a
A
situation
guy with a fucking fucked up ankle.
Right. Right. It was bad.
Ugh.
I mean, I've never seen guys that wide open for touchdowns in the Super Bowl before. I mean, they were like, we ran into the left side. Sky Moore's wide open. 15 yards, he was wide open. And then the next time they went down there, they're like, yeah, let's run it again, but let's go to the right side. And he was wide open too. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, best defense in the NFL? I doubt it. I saw a way better defense out of the Broncos, and we sucked. We sucked. The Eagles let me down, dude. I picked them over and over. I picked them with guys at work. I fucking talked shit even. The Eagles let me down, dude.
Yeah, their defense totally took a shit, man.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts actually looked pretty good, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he played really well.
Jalen Hurts, Devontae,
Yeah.
A.J. Brown.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Offense played good, except the running game. They could not really run the ball. Sanders didn't have anything. Gainwell had a few decent runs, but
Yeah.
it was nothing really to call home, to write home about. But congratulations to the Chiefs and their fans. Nick, congratulations, dog, if you're listening. But so what do you think like this means for Mahomes? Does this make him a first ballot Hall of Famer already?
I don't know about first ballot, but he's a Hall of Famer at this point.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much, bro.
Yeah.
Aside from some gigantic major scandal.
Right.
And, I mean, he's a good guy.
He seems like he's not going to get any of that kind of shit. Yeah.
Fucking nerd.
I love it.
No,
Patrick
whatever, bro.
Mahomes here.
I'm just hating. I'm just jealous and hating.
Yeah,
That's
me
all it
too.
is.
Straight jealous. Dude, I would love to have Mahomes. Do you think this is going to push his cards to another place, or do you think they're just going to kind of stay the same?
I think they probably went up a little bit. I would say, yeah, they definitely went up a little bit. I don't know though. I know I sold my card for fucking pretty decent money, but then at the same time there was the same exact card, not graded but numbered out of 5, that sold for almost the same exact price.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
So,
It's hard to know, especially
and mine was out of 49, and it was just a BGS 9
right.
with a 10 auto. And this, granted, that one has a slightly less desirable auto, probably like a tiny little streak in it, but it was still pretty nice, and it was numbered out of 5, and it looked like a clean card. It didn't look like there was anything wrong with it. I mean, it might have. Who knows? It might not have 9. It might have been,
Might have had something
might
on
have had
it
a little flaw to it or something.
Yeah.
It sold. They timed it to where I just happened to be watching it because I was like trying to kind of compare my card to something. And that's one of the closer things I saw. Obviously, it was numbered way lower, but not graded and whatever. So I figured it would sell for a bit more than mine would. And I started following that card before mine ever sold. And they timed it to where it ended, I think, the day after the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
So it didn't get gigantic bump from him winning, per se.
Right.
It sold for a little more than mine, but not much.
Right. Do you think that the amount of people flooding eBay with Mahomes cards causes it to not spike like crazy?
That's what fucks up the spike is like everybody's waiting to jump on it. The spike happens ahead of time when everybody's buying them all up, waiting for the spike. And then when the spike comes, what would have spiked doesn't because there's no demand because there's it's pick and choose.
Right. There's so many
go
out
get
there.
Whichever one you want.
Yeah.
Because now they're all readily available.
Right. Right. It's true. Yeah. We'll see. I mean,
I think over the course of time, he still has some room to go.
And it'll start
if he
building.
keeps doing what he's doing, he can get closer to Brady's shit, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, in 5 years, I could be kicking myself for selling that card. I don't know, but
yeah,
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it's gonna get that fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just so many, cards of guys too. So
yeah,
don't get me wrong. There's a lot of Brady's too, but at least these ones are numbered now. But
yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see. Do you?
it's fucking good though.
Oh, dude, he's so damn good. My cousin, I love him, but God love him. But he was like texting me about like he thought Mahomes was faking his injury because he got hurt and then like went to halftime and came back out and like played better.
Yeah,
and like wasn't limping really. What do you think about that injury? Do you think he was kind of playing it up a little bit?
I mean, it could have been, but that's just gamesmanship. There's nothing like wrong with that per se. I mean, that's not like fucking. I wouldn't even say it's really frowned upon per se. Really, I mean, he just guys I think do that. I mean, fairly often. I don't know if he's smart enough to do that. He's just good at football. He ain't fucking smart.
He don't need like
he's not
that's
conniving.
right. That's kind of my thing. Like he's too good. He doesn't need that shit.
Yeah,
he doesn't need to fucking try to play games. He's fucking better than everybody.
Yeah,
and it's pretty obvious. You know,
and an injury like that, you can get like a sharp pain that hurts for 5 or 10 minutes, and then it numbs itself.
Right.
You know
what really helps it numb itself is when they give it like shots of Demerol and like fucking shoot that motherfucker up. And I guarantee at halftime
they were fucking shooting him with straight fucking raw cocaine. He claims he didn't get a shot, but
it's like, all right, Patrick, we're gonna shoot heroin right into your knee.
Yeah, he may not have taken a shot, but he took a pill, something, dude.
I mean, he's gonna have the best of whatever it is that they give for that situation. And dude, if it doesn't matter if it falls off at the end of the game, as long as you win that Super Bowl, it's like it could fall off, Doc. I'm going back in.
Did you see the meme video thing that I posted with Mr. Miyagi fixing it?
Yeah, that was so dope.
Oh shit, that shit cracked me up.
Yeah, that was bad. Oh, dude, and I also saw the thing you posted with Melvin Gordon with the Super Bowl trophy. That shit was fucking dope too. Like 2 minutes
Probably
later,
about to drop it.
2 minutes later, he fumbled it.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck him.
Smoking a cigar like he did something.
I know. You were on the practice squad,
Piece
bro.
of shit.
Fucking fumbled your way out of Denver, bro. All right, let's talk about it.
Nope.
Let's talk about it, bro.
Nope.
The fucking holding call, dude. What do you think?
I think it sucks, but it happens. I mean, homie fucking even admitted to it. You know, at that point, how can you fucking argue it, bro?
He just like gave I think he didn't want Philadelphia fans to like burn the city down to the ground. He's like, I better say something.
Somebody fucking, the president like called him in. And like, oh, no, bro, you're gonna have to do something to handle this, dog.
Listen, dog, you're gonna have to say something.
It sucks. It shouldn't have been called, but it happened. It was a penalty. If it wasn't called, the Chiefs fans probably would have been crying that it wasn't called. I get they didn't call it the whole game, but it's not like the refs have a meeting at the beginning and say, okay, we're not going to call it, or
Yeah.
So and so didn't call it all game, so I guess I shouldn't. Like,
Yeah.
in the heat of the moment, you see it, you're gonna call it. Why have rules if you're not gonna follow them all the fucking time?
That's
I
the
get
thing.
it. It
That's
fucked
the
it
thing.
up and it sucks, but
It was a hold.
yeah,
It was a hold.
it was a hold. Whether they didn't call it the rest of the game, nothing else. You could speed fucking 100 times, but the one time you get do it in front of a cop, you get busted. Bro.
Right.
You know, it's,
And I think he held him 2 separate occasions. Like he grabbed the back of his jersey, and then when he tried to turn upfield, he grabbed his hip from behind. I think if he had just did one of those 2 things, he would have been fine. But I think the ref saw the jersey, and then he saw the hip, and he's like, God damn
or
it.
if he would have just not tugged, if he would have just hand checked him and just kind of like placed his hand on him. Or
Right.
whatever, and the ball was pretty much uncatchable. I don't think he had a chance at
It
it.
wouldn't even affect it. Yeah.
So, just at the end of the game, don't fuck up, dude. Don't
Yeah,
fucking
don't
fuck
hold.
it up for your team, dude.
Yeah, I hear a lot of conspiracy shit about the NFL's rigged and all that kind of stuff. Like, it makes me crazy. I hate hearing that shit.
Yeah, like I said, if it wasn't called, the Chiefs fans would have been freaking out probably, and on the other end, and I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess it boils down to congratulations to the Chiefs. They did it again. They've been three Super Bowls in the last 5 years. They won 2 in that 5-year span. I think they're 1 short away from calling it a dynasty right now. What do you think? Do you think it's a dynasty yet?
No, I think 3 constitutes a dynasty. 3 in 4 years.
3 and 4 years.
Is kind of my fucking standard to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even back to back isn't enough.
Right. The Broncos won back-to-back in 97, 98, and I wouldn't say they were a dynasty. Even though they had some great teams.
And they had some good seasons right before that, too. And
yeah, the 96 season. They were that was probably their best team.
that team was fucking amazing.
Yeah, they were fucking incredible. They buzzsawed everyone that year. And the fucking Jaguars, dude.
Yeah, that was a fucking fluke-ass fucking game, bro.
Mark Brunell and fucking the boys. Jimmy Smith. Oh,
man. Who was their running back?
was it Maurice?
It wasn't
No.
MJD.
No, it wasn't. I want to say
kind of good.
I want to say it was Natron Means at that time.
No, Natron was
He played for the Chargers, but I think he played for them too.
was it him? Might have been, dude.
I think it.
I don't know. I
might
know
have
they
been.
had another Frank, or was it Frank? Not Frank. Fred Thomas or something like that.
Fred.
No, but that
Fred
wasn't-
Taylor.
Fred Taylor, but that wasn't who did us in for that game.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe it was Natron. I don't know. It was somebody with I mean, they were decent.
Let's see.
I want to say they had like 200 yards or some shit too.
Oh,
against us
dude.
that game.
Oh,
That
everything
running back.
everything worked. Let's see. James Stewart was their running back. James Stewart.
That doesn't sound right.
Hmm.
I thought he played for the Panthers.
Oh, you're thinking of Jonathan Stewart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. James Stewart. Huh.
Okay. Well, whatever.
All right then. Let's see. No, that was some other guy I never heard of. Either way, they kicked
Yeah.
our ass, and they came into Denver and kicked our ass. That shit was miserable. That was one of the that was probably the most heartbreaking moment as a Bronco fan. Like those Super Bowls back in the day when I was a kid, that shit sucked. Not gonna lie, it's pretty heartbreaking. But like, those teams were better. The Giants were better. The Redskins were better. The 49ers definitely were better.
I was so young, I didn't care really.
Right.
much either.
I didn't notice. I didn't know as much about football as I do now. And like looking back, those teams are incredible. So we didn't really have a chance in those Super Bowls. So they were heartbreaking, but like knowing what it was all about, it wasn't so bad. But that Jaguars team was not better than us. We were so much better. And then the Patriots went on to win the Super Bowl, or Green Bay went on to win the Super Bowl and play the Patriots. And we beat Green Bay the year after that.
That was Bledsoe's Super Bowl.
That was Bledsoe's Super Bowl. And we fucking mud stomped the Patriots that year. That was the game when Shannon Sharp was like, call the National Guard. That was
I
that
was
game.
at that game. That was a Monday night game or there was a regular season. I'm sorry, that was a different one.
That was a different one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was in New England. Yeah. But that was the season that they did that. And they would have walked to the AFC Championship. They would have walked. I don't think they would have walked through Green Bay. It'd have been a tough game, but they could have beat them, and they could have been a three-peat, and that would have been a fucking dynasty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Elway go out with 3 straight. Whoo, that would have been dope.
Yeah, the same thing could have happened with Peyton easy too. We should have won that year before too, and then a couple more. We could have won a couple more easy with Peyton, dude. Honestly.
Yeah. Their best team was that year they lost to the Ravens on the Hail Mary throw, the Raheem Moore throw.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. God damn it. Either way,
they're right there,
the
though.
Chiefs are on the cusp of a dynasty.
We got to do something to fucking knock them off a little bit, bro.
That's right. Got Sean Payton now. Hopefully we could bring some like real football back to Denver because last year was pathetic. It was embarrassing.
There was a couple 2-3 games where it was kind of like just enough to like keep a little bit of faith or hope, you know?
Right.
Fucking barely.
Just barely. But you want to move on to our picks, bro? We did some preseason picks. We picked all the division winners of every division, and we picked our playoffs and Super Bowl teams.
Yeah.
Let's see how shitty we did. The first one is the AFC West.
Oh my god, bro! Don't even read that shit.
And I preseason picked the Broncos, dude.
Well, I picked the Chiefs actually. Huh?
You did,
yeah.
You picked Kansas City, so you nailed that one. Jeremy gets one there. I picked the Broncos, which was fucking ridiculous. Oh my god! Looking back at that pick, I'm like, that's such a homer pick. It's not even funny.
Yeah. You were not even taking into consideration anything other than
nothing.
We got Russell Wilson.
Yeah, nothing. It's not. It's a first time coach. Not any of that, dude. Russell's not going to take a step back. How dumb. So that was the AFC West. Jeremy, good job. AFC South, we both picked the Colts. We both picked the Colts.
Wow.
Not good. Not good at all.
I think I tried to pick the Titans, but I talked myself out of it.
I think you did. You did. And Jacksonville is actually the team that ended up winning the damn division. So, that was a team I think we all both.
With the Colts? Wow.
The fuck.
Shit.
AFC North. It looks like, let's see what happened. We both picked Cincinnati. So we both got that one. We both nailed that one. AFC East. Let's see. It looks like we both picked Buffalo. We both got that one. We're doing a little better here. You're 3 for 3 so far. NFC West. Looks like you picked the you picked the Cardinals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I picked San Francisco, so I got that one.
Nice.
Got that one.
Jeez, that was kind of lucky though, honestly. Like,
oh, dude, all the way.
After they fucking lost everybody.
I have written down right here Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they have Trey Lance. Jimmy G's gone.
Yeah.
Like I was like thinking Trey Lance. Like I picked him and they won for all the reasons I didn't like ever see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey and fucking Brock
Purdy.
Purdy.
Brock Purdy. Yep. So got lucky there basically. NFC North, the Norris, I picked Green Bay. I picked the Packers, dude.
They were almost had a chance at the end there.
They had a chance at the playoffs, but they didn't have a chance to win that division. No. You picked Minnesota. You nailed that one. Dude, you've only missed one, really?
2, I think, right?
The Colts. 2.
Yeah.
Colts and the Cardinals. NFC East, you went with the Cowboys.
Ugh.
And which wasn't a bad pick. They almost, they made the playoffs. They did.
Yeah, but I picked the Cowboys, bro.
I know.
Gross.
How does that feel? What?
I'm gonna wash my tongue off.
Yeah. I picked Philadelphia, so
Nice.
I got that one. And here's where it gets bad. Looks like I missed 2, you missed 2.
Yeah.
We did pretty good picking our divisions. Did I miss 2? I missed 3. I think I missed 3. Yep, I missed 3. So we did all right there. I got to say, there's a few ridiculous ones, but we did okay. Our playoff picks, dude. You went. We picked AFC Championship game, NFC, championships, and then Super Bowl. It looks like you had we both had the Bills and the Bengals in the title game. They played in the divisional round,
It could have happened.
so it could have happened. If they would have played out that DeMar Hamlin game, it could have happened because then they would have been. They could have been number 1 and number 2, and they wouldn't have met until the title game. So,
True.
I say that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't hate on that.
I can't hate on that. NFC Championship, you went with the Rams and the Cardinals. Whoa. Whoa, bro.
Weird.
Weird
to think of right now.
right now. But at the time,
No, the Cardinals. I don't know why. Yeah.
the Rams preseason, that was pre-Stafford injury, that's pre-Cooper Cup injury.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wasn't that bad.
coming off a Super Bowl championship at the time wasn't ridiculous.
Yeah.
Looking back right now, it looks fucked up, but like back then it wasn't ridiculous. I went with the Rams and the Bucks. The Bucks made the playoffs, got stomped out, but they made the playoffs. So that had little bit, and I picked the Rams as well. So
Our NFC was all out of whack.
all fucked up. All fucked up. Your Super Bowl pick was the Cards versus the Bengals. Neither team got there. The Bengals were close.
Yeah.
Bengals were pretty close.
Pretty close.
I went with the Bills and the Bucks. Both of my teams at least made the playoffs, but Bucks, it wasn't close. They got fucking stomped right away. The Bills made it to the divisional round, so that's all right, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the Bills, I don't know. I hope they keep it together, but I feel like they might be one of those teams that they couldn't quite reach the peak, and now people are going to start maybe going to other teams. And
they
that kind of
could.
shit, you
Yeah,
know,
they
so
could.
We'll see. Hopefully they can kind of keep it together because I know, they were kind of fun to root for.
Yeah, they were for sure.
Fucking the whole DeMar Hamlin thing is cool, and he's saying he wants to come back and play. That's crazy. Right?
That's nuts.
I actually picked up. I don't know how I didn't end up putting it in the stack to bring in, but I did end up grabbing an auto of his in a trade. up
Did you
there
really?
At the last show.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, we didn't do that bad.
We didn't do terrible. I gotta
Nah.
say, we did all right, bro. And
Yeah.
then our season picks, we did pretty well. Like
Yeah.
you did incredible.
Yeah.
Like you really did, dude. Like there was like 4 weeks in a row where you were undefeated. But overall, I think we did all right.
Yeah.
We did all right.
Yeah,
So
I couldn't say that was too bad.
I'll give us a
Yeah.
B minus. B minus, I'd say.
Yeah, and if other people want to copy us and do football picks and shit, that's cool, I guess. I guess. I mean, we're not the first people to ever do football picks or anything.
We're not,
We
but
might be one of the first sports card podcasts that did, but I don't know. You just don't start cussing, all right,
Don't. Oh my god.
motherfuckers.
You motherfucker, you.
I would lose it. I would lose it.
I'm just kidding.
No. That's
Just
it.
playing.
That's
Yep.
it. That's it.
Good game.
Good game. Oh shit. But we'll move on. We'll do them again. Preseason comes around. We'll do our picks again.
Of course.
Yeah, we did our baseball picks. We'll do them again, dude. We'll fucking hit it up. So our second topic under the sports element is about Kevin Durant. KD got traded to the Phoenix Suns.
Speaking of basketball, we didn't do any kind of basketball picks, I don't think, really.
I don't think we did.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'll look back in the book. I'll check to see, but I don't think we did.
Yeah, we might have to make some playoff picks here soon or something.
Yeah, and we totally might have, and I just have smoked so much weed, I don't remember shit.
It's a pause.
It's happened before. But KD got traded. Kyrie went to Dallas in a trade. He wanted out, and it looked like there was a bunch of fucking terrible toxic situation going on there. So KD got out as well. Went to the Suns. What are your thoughts about that trade, bro?
It's fucking crazy how the way these basketball trades and teams are so. I don't know, man. They're like from one day to the next, they're like, "Meh, fuck out of here."
I think I'm gonna go to Phoenix.
Yeah. Kyrie's doing good though. Actually, better
not-
than I thought.
He's not doing too bad. Yeah,
Kind of keeping his mouth shut and playing basketball. So
yeah,
that's cool.
It's been a short period of time.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
But so far, got to give him credit.
Yeah, so the Suns have what? KD, CP3, and Booker, pretty much.
They have a pretty solid big three there. Do you think that they're rightfully now the favorites in the West?
Fuck no. What you talking about? I don't know. The West is doing a lot. It seems like there's a couple teams in the West that are trying to kind of make a move.
Trying to make a move.
Even the Lakers kind of threw a little.
They did. They ended up with
something together.
They got D'Angelo Russell. Yeah, they did.
I don't know if that's enough to do much, but
He's all right. I mean, he has some flashes, but he's also like that. Like, there's times when he doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. Even he looks lost, and he's a little ball hoggy. He never really has been the guy that everyone thought he should be. But with LeBron there, we'll see how that. I mean, we saw how Russell Westbrook was with LeBron. You know, it doesn't work with guys that don't like to pass.
yeah.
And I mean, LeBron's getting up in years too, so that makes a difference.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But they did make a move. They're trying, at least. They're going to try to squeeze into the bottom part of the playoffs. I think they're in like the 12th or 13th seed right now.
Fucking way low.
They're way low, like 5 or 6 games under 500, which isn't that far out in the playoffs in the West. I mean, the bottom like 7, 8 teams separated by like 4 or 5 games. So
yeah.
it's not. They're not out
Go
of
on
it.
a little streak and they could be right there.
Yeah, they win 5 or 6 in a row. They could start making some momentum and get into a play-in maybe. But you think the Nuggets could take them, dude? You think Nuggets could take out the Suns?
Yeah, I don't know. KD, fuck. That's kind of crazy to think about now. But it's crazy how the NBA ended up being like that. You know, it sucks kind of, honestly. Like, I guess it's cool, and I don't blame the players for doing it, looking out for themselves. And we selfishly talk shit about them when they leave, but I wouldn't talk shit about you if you fucking quit your job to go work at a better place that you liked better or made more money at, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of the same thing, but in sports we like expect them to like respect this nostalgia of playing for the same team all the way through and everything.
Right.
But basketball, especially over the last decade or so, has just obliterated that. Pretty much.
They don't give a
How many
fuck.
teams has KD played for? 5?
Let's see. He was with Oklahoma. Then he went to Golden State. And then the Nets. And now Phoenix. 4 teams. Yeah.
Didn't he play for somebody between Oklahoma and Golden State? No? Okay.
They played the Warriors in the playoffs. And they were down. They were up 3-0. They were up 3-0.
That's right.
And then Golden State came back and won that series. And then he went into the parking lot and called Steph Curry or Klay Thompson or something. I think it was Klay Thompson. Like, oh, do you think they'd let me play? I think they want me. What do you think, dude? And take nothing away from him. When he was in Golden State, he was the best player on those teams. Man, he fucking was great. Played great in the finals. He played, he did what he had to do. But and I think the hobby even reflects that too. Like his cards aren't worth what they were, dude. And it's like, I think the hobby went, Kevin Durant. So, I mean, if he goes there and wins one, do you think that helps him?
Probably. I mean, it used to be, at first, it was, maybe not. I mean, I guess it depends. You go and you win one somewhere. At first, it was the guys who won one in multiple places were kind of like respected. It's like, oh, they won in more than one place. That means they're that means they're truly great.
Right.
It wasn't just the team.
Wasn't just everything there.
whatever.
The coach or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But-
true.
But then, now it's kind of like, oh, they just bounce around from team to team. And
Yeah. LeBron got a lot of hate for moving to Miami.
yeah.
Tons of hate.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't help his cause.
But I remember even, a different sport, obviously, but when Montana went to the Chiefs, everybody was like rooting for him to win one. Like it was, I don't know, it's different, but I guess it totally depends on just your persona, what people think of you before any of that even happens too, I guess, so
yeah.
people were sick of LeBron before he even made the fucking NBA.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I the second I saw he deemed himself the chosen one, I was like, fuck that guy. I immediately didn't like that.
Yeah.
And that was when he was young.
Yeah.
And then he didn't go to school and went into the NBA. And I was like, eh. And then he came in the same year Carmelo did. So then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna ride with Carmelo. So fuck everyone else in that class. And LeBron happened to be that guy. So that helped fuel the fire. And then the decision,
Yeah.
that really stoked it. I was like, that's fucking stupid. Hated all of that. So, I mean, he's done a lot of shit to make people not like him.
Yep.
And so is Kevin Durant. I mean, Kevin Durant he had burner accounts on Twitter where he's talking shit to people like that were talking shit about him.
Yeah.
That's pretty weak.
Yeah.
That's pretty weak. And then he got into a big old thing with Michael Rappaport. That was pretty fucked up too. Like he called out his girl or something. Like it was bad. Oh no, he posted DM messages, I think, or like just weak. He's just like soft, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know if that'll make him like. I don't think that'll equate to a championship. Maybe.
I don't know. Who knows?
We'll see.
That's kind of these, the generations. Like, I don't know what you constitute a generation, but like a couple decades after us, they're soft motherfuckers, man.
That's true.
Fucking softer than baby shit, dude.
That's true, bro. That's true.
Even in like just regular industries, they don't want to work. They don't want to. They were coddled
Yeah.
as children and shit, and they were just told everything's okay and it's okay if you don't want to do it today. It's okay.
That's right. Take a mental health day.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
chill.
Just relax.
Go to the corner. Think about it. I don't know. And I guess there's a little something to be said about maybe not always just beating the fuck out of your kids, but
Right. It's got to be an equal median, right? It's got to be a middle ground.
there'll be some kind of discipline and a little,
Yeah, but there's got to be some middle ground. You're right, because we tell stories about our dads, and they were pretty hardcore, bro. Pretty hardcore.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, and I think it's correcting a little now because I see the younger generations, they got a little more hustle to them and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not as far as like working hard, but like actually like trying to accomplish something.
Trying to get their own hustle on their own YouTube channel, their own fucking shit. Yeah, it's true.
And that's fine because the computer's going to be doing all that other shit anyway.
I know,
robots
right.
and shit.
Right. It's got to be.
Robots are going to be doing pretty much all manual labor probably in the next fucking couple decades. So.
Yeah, for sure. So we got to get into the entertainment business. Start dancing. Start doing something. Like Dave Chappelle, he's like, you got to start tap dancing. You got to do something. You got to play. You got to play sports. You got to sell drugs. That's the only way I've seen it work. Yeah, for sure. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with KD in Phoenix. Hope they lose and go down in the ashes and not rise from them.
Yeah, and I don't hate the Suns, but obviously,
I do.
We're West Coast. So
I hate those
Western Division. So.
Fuck those motherfuckers.
Yeah,
dude. Booker and Jokic almost got into a fight a couple of years ago in the playoffs, and then a Phoenix Sun fan beat the shit out of a Nuggets fan in one of those games, and I was like, oh. So I got some pretty good.
That's right. We did have a pretty good rivalry with them that year.
I have a pretty good hatred for those guys, and I don't hate KD. I don't have any like super ill will towards him, but I'm not the biggest KD guy either. So I guess it boils down to fuck Phoenix.
Word.
Fuck the Suns.
I guess I used to kind of root for them a little bit back in the day when they had like, when Barkley was trying to finally like kind of win one. And, those teams. I had a little bit of
Kevin Johnson
those
and
teams.
Yeah. Cedric Sabalas.
Who was their white assist guy?
Dan Marley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan motherfucking Marley.
Remember all the teams had like a white assist guy.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. In the mid to late 90s? Yup. That was mandatory. Fuck yeah. Steve Kerr was one of those guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stockton.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Kevin McHale.
McHale.
Yeah. There's a few of them. Dan Issel.
Designated white assist homie.
But yeah, we'll keep an eyeball on that situation. We're out here in the West, so we're Nuggets guys. So it's gonna matter a little bit. So we'll see how that plays out. Nuggets right now are number 1 seed in the West right now, doing well.
Yeah,
doing
a few games
well.
ahead. So
Beat the Heat last night. They beat him without Jamal Murray, so they're still rolling. So we'll see what happens. But do you think it's that time, bro?
word. So this last one, was in Australia, of course. So it was pretty Aussie heavy card.
Aussie.
Aussie. They say that a lot throughout the thing.
Yeah.
And those fuckers get crazy. I mean, that would probably be one of the funner places to watch, like a live event. Dude,
That would
or
be.
a concert or something, dude. I would imagine, dude. Motherfucking Australians are pretty cool.
They get turned up.
Lit.
They get lit off those Fosters.
But yeah, the first one of the first fights we saw was the Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Minifield. That was actually a really good fight, but it ended up in a draw.
Yeah,
And
that was a good fight.
It was kind of was a draw.
Yeah,
It was a good fight though.
they battled, bro.
It was a good battle. Then up after that was a welterweight Jack Della Maddalena versus Randy Brown. That was a pretty good fight too. He ended up submitting him with a rear naked choke. Maddalena won. He was an Aussie and he was pretty hyped up, dude. So, I think he's gonna kind of move up the rankings in the welters.
Oh, was that the one where he fucked him up and then he went to the ground and fucking immediately choked him?
Yeah,
That was dude. That was a good
that was
fight.
a good one. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Probably my favorite fight of the night though was that Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett.
Yeah,
That was the one where he was kicking the shit out of him, throwing a bunch of good kicks and shit, dope kicks, and then he finished him with the triangle choke.
mm-hmm.
That's the sniff my balls choke.
Oh yeah. Smell that shit. Smell it. Taste it.
But Yair's he's been doing really good. He's been kind of up and coming for a little bit, and his time has kind of finally come where he might be able to actually start contending. I mean, he's now obviously the interim.
Yeah.
Nobody's really giving him a chance against Volk, but we'll see. The way that Volk fought against Islam, it's going to be tough to beat for any of these featherweight guys to beat him because I mean, he moved up and he's fighting a bigger guy.
Mm-hmm.
And most people think that he won. And when I say most, in a lot of the groups and shit, I mean, a lot of the stuff I've seen, there's a lot of people that are giving it to Islam too, or a lot of people that are saying it could have been a draw. But I'd say it's probably 60-40 are actually saying that Volk probably won.
Yeah.
I rewatched it as best as I could. I couldn't find a good YouTube video with the fight. Like, it was like all pieced up and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But we were watching it here, obviously, and we missed like a good part of like the 4th round and the beginning of the 5th round because of the stupid buffering shit.
Yeah.
But I think obviously he won the 5th round no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
And he definitely won at least one other round. I think I want to say the 2nd round. Or I think the 2nd round was the one that I felt could have went either way. And the 3rd round I felt like he won. But the thing is like they do the fucking, octagon control, whatever. He backpacked him.
Right.
He fucking laid on his back. He didn't lay on him.
He had him under control.
Wrapped up his back and he held him down on the ground. Didn't hold him down, but
he couldn't get
wrapped
out.
up his back and he couldn't get up. It's boring and it sucks, but you gotta fucking find a way out of that shit.
Yeah.
And
And that's their style.
that's the style. That's the wrestling shit. It's the domination.
Yeah.
You're waiting for him to make a mistake and you just hold him in there and you're waiting for them to fuck up so you can throw in a fucking choke or something.
Throw a submission in. Yeah.
He didn't really fuck up, so he just sat there and it looked fucking boring because Volk's kind of sitting in front of him and he just has him wrapped up. They call it backpacking.
Mm-hmm.
And he just has him wrapped up on around in his back and his shoulders and shit. And it sucks after a while, but you got to get up, man. You got to get up and you have to beat the champ. You can't just like probably kind of sort of win. Like you have to fucking win.
You have to fuck him up.
Yeah. So as long as it's close, generally the champ is going to still get the nod.
Yeah.
And I really don't have too much of a problem with that. You really should probably dominate the champ. If it's going to go to a decision, it should be pretty clear that he won, especially if you're moving up into a class where you've never even fought anybody. So he technically didn't even earn the right to be there other than being pound for pound champ. You know, he's deemed pound for pound champ, which is just people voting on that anyway. How do you determine that?
Right.
He didn't fight the other weight classes. They just
think that he could do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he proved he can. He proved he can compete, and he proved he could probably beat just about anybody else but Islam.
Right. He went pretty hard at Islam, and like he gave him some good shots. Had some times where he stunned him a few times, and I was like, he belonged.
He won the stand-up, I would say, probably.
Yeah. He was connecting. Islam got some good punches in too. He got some good shots. I mean, and it was cool, dude. It was cool because like Islam would get a punch in, and Volkanovski would hit it, and he would like kind of like give him a nod, like that was a good one. Not bad. That was a good one. And they'd be throwing, and he'd catch one. And he'd be like, that was a good one. Like I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and I really respected the way he accepted defeat and the way he was talking after the fight, and he was telling the crowd don't boo him, and he's like, nah, he won, you know, whatever.
He's the champ. Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
he took it really well. The thing is that's weird now is they can't really rematch right away because he's got to still go fight in the other division.
Right, he's got to fight Yair.
Yeah. So he's kind of sitting there waiting for him, and he did end up still. Well, I don't know. I've saw a couple different charts. The first one I saw said that he was still the pound for pound ranked first, number one. After they revoted or whatever the fuck they decided. And then I saw another one that said they were tied. Him and Islam were tied. Which I don't really know how you could put him first when he just lost to him.
Right.
But I guess they're saying pound for pound is like he would probably beat everybody else in that division.
Except him.
Yeah.
Clearly.
So yeah. I don't know how the fuck they figure that shit out. I think they just vote on it anyway. So it's still just some guy's fucking opinion.
Right. It's like sending your card to PSA.
Fuck you. We know what the fuck cards to send to PSA.
We did pretty good. We've done pretty good.
We're like 10s on 10s on 10s.
10. A 10.
10 of shoes.
A 10. I give it a motherfucking 10.
Fucking A, dog. We did pretty damn good.
Not bad.
Like I said, though, they hit me on like 2 of those older UFC cards that I thought were going to 9 that didn't, you know, got an 8, and one got a 7. I already cracked that song, bitch. But it's that one actually is a John Jones rookie, and it got a 7, and I don't see it, so I'm going to have to double check that one.
Yeah.
I think it might be the centering on that one because it doesn't have a border, and it just has like his name on kind of like a little cloud-looking silver thing.
Yeah.
And I think maybe it was the centering on that one. So maybe the centering's kind of fucked, but I mean, shit, can't complain, dude. For fucking grades that we got back, and fuck it, I'm gonna send some low.
Yeah, for sure. You have the membership, so you might as well.
Might as well use it up while I can. Yeah. I don't know that I'll renew it. We'll see what's going on at this time next year, but who knows? If I renew it now, I'll get that $100 loop credit, so I guess that's cool. That pretty much pays for it anyway. So
yeah, that's true.
Maybe I don't know if that's already over. I might have missed the boat on that.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I fucking go and make a loop account and just to spend my $100 fucking credit, I'll end up fucking spending more money.
That's what they're hoping on.
Yeah.
That's what they're banking on.
Yeah, I don't know. But like I said, you got to go in and dominate the champ, especially if it's not your division. Otherwise, you're not going to get the fucking...
You're not going to get that nod. Yeah.
I don't think so. And, you know, people can complain and whatever, but it is what it is. When it goes to the judges, it's just an opinion. Just like BSA.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure.
Do, bro. Let's see. So next week we've got a fight night. The next couple fight nights are a little weak. Next week is Jessica Andrade versus Erin Blanchfield. Erin Blanchfield's 10-1, and Jessica Andrade has kind of been a bully of the women's flyweight for a while. She's beat up a few of the better fighters in that division, but then she's also lost a few. So she's never... I think she may have had the championship for like a fight. I don't think she defended it though. But I'm guessing if she does win again, she will probably be right there for another championship. There was a couple other fights on that card that were recognizable, okay-ish, but they were canceled for one reason or another.
Yeah.
And then there's another one the week after that, but it's not really barely worth mentioning at this point. I'm guessing they might slap some of the other fights back onto that card, but who knows? The one we're really looking forward to is going to be UFC 285. That's going to be March 4th. That one is going to be huge. Right now, it's booked as John Jones versus Cyril Gane, heavyweight championship. That should be a banger. We'll see. John Jones hasn't fought for a while.
John Jones.
He's kind of goat. He's a light heavyweight goat, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's moving up to heavyweight to fight Cyril Gane, who has the championship right now. And I think he's only lost one. They both only ever lost one fight, I'm pretty sure. So that should be a good one.
Yeah.
Then you've got Bullet Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso. Everybody like Grasso. But, that should be a good one too. But I'm a little worried for Bullet on that fight. Not worried, but like she's at the point where Nunez was a while back when she lost. She just won and won and won.
Yeah.
There's nobody left, and nobody gives anybody else a chance going up against her. So it's almost that Tyson Buster Douglas thing.
Right.
At a certain point, you kind of just end up losing.
You just put a stinker out. Yeah.
You don't have a motivation to keep training because you've already beat everybody, and it's just like, oh well, I don't have to try so hard because I'm going to win anyway. And
Right.
I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying that she's been around long enough, and
The clock's ticking towards that time.
you would think
Yeah.
it can't last forever. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. Grasso's got a lot of fans too. So another fight that night's going to be Jeff Neal versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. Shavkat's up and comer for sure, and probably the favorite, and definitely the fan favorite in that fight. But yeah, so there's definitely some nice fights on that card. A couple other ones too, but it's a few weeks away. It's actually plenty of time to get into that as the weeks go along, and we'll see what happens as we get there. Hopefully those fights all still happen. I hope somebody doesn't pull out for some stupid reason. I hope John Jones doesn't get in a car wreck and go to jail.
We don't want John Jones to get arrested in the meantime or
Please,
any of
bro,
that shit.
Just don't do cocaine between now and then. Please, bro.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, that's about it for the UFC stuff right now. It was cool hanging out, watching the fights and shit.
That was fun, dude.
Rubbing a little pizza.
Had a good time. I did my first dab.
Oh, shit.
I did my first dab, and I got fucking stoned. Whoo-wee.
I'll have to bring the setup back here one of these pods so that I can do a dab and get real retarded.
I did that thing. I hit it, and then I thought I took a decent one, and I was like, I could feel it. As soon as I hit it, I could feel it in my chest. I was like, oh, fuck, this is going to be awful. And then you go, oh, yeah, you got a little one. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Nah, it was a good size.
It fucking rocked my world.
I was like, that's a little baby one.
That's a baby one. Oh, how cute.
That's a little puppy one.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a fucking baby dab, dog.
No, you're not wrong. And got to play some catch with the mascot a little bit that night.
Oh, yeah.
So that was always fun.
I'll have to bring her back here one of these pods and get her to show her face. We might get a few extra views that time.
I know, puppies, dude. Puppies equal views, dog. It's just how it is. But dude, that's all I got for this week, man. You got anything else you want to hit up?
Yeah, no, just to kind of remind everybody, let us know in down in those comments, let us know what you think about any of these topics. If you agree with us, do you disagree? Do you think, like I said, do you think we're stupid as fuck? Do you whatever? Do you have your own whole opinion? Do you, is there something that you would like to see us talk about? Whatever, slap it in the comments, man. It's fun to see people actually interacting and saying stuff, and yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go watch it on YouTube so you can see the little show off videos, the little
that's right.
show and tell.
You see Jeremy's show and tell.
Probably do a little show and tell every video from now on. At least show a card or two just for the hell of it. So
yeah, for
you
sure.
might as well go watch it on YouTube.
That's right. Come to YouTube. Give us some comments, some subs, all of that. If you're listening to it on the audio side, some reviews would be dope. A couple of 5 stars if you think we earned it.
4.5, whatever.
We'll take a 4.8.
Don't be dropping those PSA 7s on us, though.
Right. No PSA 7s, bro. No 7s. But yeah, we fucking appreciate you guys for tuning in or watching or listening or whatever, however you consume it. We sure do appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
And we will do our best to keep putting out more shit, and we're going to try to build the YouTube channel a little better, and we have possibly a group coming on the horizon here. So we're going to put a Facebook group, and we're going to have it in there. It's going to be one where you could buy, sell, and trade and stuff.
Yeah, we're just hang out and bullshit.
Hang out and talk cards. We're not going to approve any of the dumb fucking horrible, how much is this worth questions, and we're not going to say, approve any of the shit that's like, is this worth grading? It's not going to happen. Not in our group. Not on our watch.
Is this worth grading?
But like I said, we appreciate you guys and for spending a little time with us. And we will fucking catch you motherfuckers next week.
Peace.
Peace out, guys.